The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group. Hers Incorporated. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. And Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics. On your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
You are looking live at Broncos Stadium here in Spring Hill, Kansas, where we are excited for this matchup between two 2-3 squads this evening. Thanks for joining Caleb and I this evening, this little chilly evening, a lot better temperature than what we've had in the weeks past for sure. But we've got an exciting matchup between the Paola Panthers and the Spring Hill Broncos. And both these squads, like I said, are coming in 2-3, hoping to get back to 500. That was something that Paola had a chance to do, to get above 500 last week. Was not able to come through against Pittsburgh. Spring Hill has kind of been fighting from behind after their first win of the year against Bonner Springs, and then kind of went on a little bit of a losing streak, won last week, so it's coming in with a little bit of momentum. And that's something you could say that Paola maybe isn't necessarily coming in with as much, Caleb.
No, not at all. And they're coming off a weird game last Friday night against the Purple Dragons. The first half, the Panthers controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Pittsburgh got a fluke touchdown on a punt return that the coverage unit broke down. But Paola was just winning the line of scrimmage. Both sides of the ball, just pounding the ball, doing whatever they wanted to do. Had a 14-7 lead at halftime. And then we get to the second half, and it's like the team, when we said this on the postgame last week, it seemed like the team switched jerseys. All of a sudden, Pittsburgh comes out like fire, and then Paola falls off the cliff. And credit Pittsburgh for making those big adjustments. They got out of there with the win. And like I said, Spring Hill's been up and down. It's a battle of two mediocre teams, so to speak, tonight. And usually those turn into good games. Hopefully we get one here tonight.
Definitely. We were definitely hoping for a great game between these two teams. Like I said, on this chilly evening, it's football weather. It felt like it when I woke up this morning. It felt like it walking into the stadium. It is football weather. It's finally time to get started. And I want you to stick around because coming up on your pregame show, we'll give you the keys to the game. We'll take a look around the Frontier League and also the state of Kansas. We're going to break down the matchups some more. We'll give out those starting lineups, and then we'll take you all the way to kickoff on the Elliott Insurance pregame show. We'll be back right after this.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
First Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back to the pregame show presented by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Let's take a look at some matchups around the Frontier League and also around the state of Kansas this evening. And in the Frontier League games, we've got Ottawa going to Bonner Springs this evening. Ottawa hoping to bounce back after kind of getting throttled last week by Spring Hill for sure. We got Kansas City Piper traveling to DeSoto. Should be a good matchup between those two squads. We've got a Schlegel at Eudora this evening, so Eudora's hoping to bounce back after, I know we were talking quite a bit at the end of the post-game show last week. Lewisburg did pull that game out against Eudora in overtime, and so Eudora's looking to bounce back, as I'm sure that was a real gut punch at home in that one. Baldwin is traveling to Osawatomie tonight, and then Tongi is at Lewisburg tonight. So that'll be a tough test for Lewisburg. I'm sure that they're probably riding pretty high, undefeated in the Frontier League so far, riding pretty high into that one. And Tongi's going to be a tough matchup for Lewisburg.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the game of the night, I have a feeling. Like you said, Lewisburg's coming off that huge emotional road win against Eudora, who we thought was clearly the best team in the Frontier League. Turns out that is not the case, as Lewisburg went in there and win. This is a classic letdown game. You come back home feeling really good about yourself, you kind of take Tonganoxie lightly, and that's when you can get upset. So Lewisburg's got to come in focused on that and do not get upset after you get off that big emotional win. Carry that momentum into tonight and play well. But there's a lot of good matchups. Always is in the Frontier League.
Always is in the Frontier League. Looking at other matchups, you can check out these matchups on our Varsity Sports Lives on their channels as well. But Girard is traveling to Iola tonight. Columbus is going to Colgan, and then Galena versus Parsons tonight. Parsons undefeated in the SEK down there, so that'll be a good match between those two squads. And then just kind of looking at some matchups throughout the state of Kansas, I believe that are some big matchups. So St. Thomas Aquinas is at Bishop Miege tonight, so two of the top teams in 4A. Probably one of the Frontier Leagues is going to get one of those draws on their first round matchup, so it's going to be rough, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in that one. A big one up in Northeast Kansas, Manhattan and Junction City play this evening. That's always a great battle between those two squads. Two really good teams in 6A this year. Manhattan undefeated, shock derby first week, and has gone undefeated so far. So that'll be a really good matchup. And then the one that I know I have that I'm looking out for, that I'm sure a lot of you maybe in the state of Kansas, if you prefer purple on any other night, but tonight you're probably really looking at this matchup between Maize and Derby. So Maize is going to Derby tonight. That's, for those that don't know, Avery Johnson, committed to K-State, number one player in the state of Kansas next year. Quarterback at Maize, they're undefeated. They've trounced everybody this year. Derby, a powerhouse out there in western Kansas, near the Wichita area. You know, they've been really, really good lately. A lot of state championships last couple years, but they've got a back that K-State fans don't like as much right now in Dylan Edwards, but he's a dynamic back, a dynamic running back committed to Notre Dame to play. So it's going to be a good matchup between two high-level players and also two high-level teams. There's a lot of Division I talent on both of those squads. So I'm going to be trying to find the highlights to that one after this game, because that's definitely going to be a good game. As you see, the Spring Hill Band is coming out on the field here, and shortly they'll have the national anthem. But we'll go ahead and get you our starting lineups this evening for the two squads. We'll start with Spring Hill, and we'll start with Spring Hill on the defensive side. I think we've gone defense for Paola lately, so we'll go Spring Hill on the defensive side here. Starting in their defensive backfield, number 35 free safety Miles Bell. Starting at safety, number 16 James Newton. Starting at one of the corner spots, a junior, number 34, Hagen Whitcraft. At the other corner, number 22, Kendall Heiss, a sophomore. Starting in their linebacker positions, number 24, Porter Jones. At their middle linebacker position, number 10, Brandon Richardson, a senior. At number 31, their outside linebacker, Noah Anderton. And yes, that is correct, Anderton, not Anderson, Anderton on that one. He is a sophomore, actually a junior as well. At the DN position, I'm sure we're going to say this name a lot tonight because it is kind of a difficult one to say, but it's Keanu Tiafau. He's a junior defensive end, really good prospect there. Defensive tackle, number 55, Casey O'Neill, a junior as well. And then a defensive tackle, number 57, Mark Debiak. He is a 6'4", 245 junior. So we'll be back for the keys of the game right after this on your Paola Sports Live pregame show.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to the Elliott Insurance Group pregame shows. We got cut off right there. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineup for the for your Paola Panthers and the offensive side of the ball. So starting at slot back, number 5, Charlie Zeller. Starting also at slot back. Also, we've seen a lot more get as the deep back in the offense, and really probably the MVP of the team so far this year, making a lot of the big plays. Number 10, Landon Taylor. Jet Osborne, number 11 at quarterback. Kind of had a rough game throwing the ball last week. One thing that we haven't seen a lot out of Jet lately is out of the running game. I kind of wonder if, looking back at that Lewisburg game, if maybe he's battling a couple injuries and they're not trying to get him hurt, because we have not seen him as much as the running game, as much as we did at least against Fort Scott the first game of the year, and where he was really deadly with those quarterback follows, and I know that's a part of the Panther offense for sure. Starting a wide receiver and his favorite target, number 16, Jace Curley. Also in the backfield, number 26, the big fullback, Clayton Younger. On the offensive line, we've got, starting from left tackle, we'll go all the way around. At left tackle, number 67, Big Eli Richmond. At left guard, number 57, Cale Murdoch. At center, number 73, Garrett McKinney. At right guard, number 59, Brody Stewart. And at right tackle, number 75, Wade Inman. So those are the starting lineups for the two squads. I know we kind of split it there, but the starting lineups between these two squads. And looking back at kind of some stats of last game, we kind of said that the Jets struggled a little bit in the passing game last week, was 5 of 18, only threw for 49 yards. Landon Taylor did have 19 carries for 91 yards, so still pretty productive, averaging about just short of 5 yards a carry in that game for sure. Clayton Younger had 11 carries for 49 yards, and Charlie Zeller had 11 carries for 36 yards as the Panthers are running onto their field in the all-whites with the American flag and their black lids on. But kind of a rough week last week. We talked a lot about how it just seemed like it was two different teams that came out and played for some reason. I don't really know what that reason was for sure, but it was just an interesting dynamic between the two halves between the teams. So that's definitely going to be something we're going to hit on in our keys of the game here in a second. But we will be back at you one final time on our pregame show on the Elliott Insurance Group pregame show. And the pregame show is brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back here at Paola Sports Live on the Elliott Insurance Group pregame show. And we'll go ahead and get into our keys to the game that we believe are going to be really what key the Panthers to winning this evening. I think one of the biggest keys of the game for me is just capitalizing in the red zone. That's something that they have not been able to do. Looking at their record 2-3, that record could very easily be 4-1. There are a couple plays here or there, a couple inches here or there from being a 4-1 team this year. As the two sides of captains are out on the field. The Spring Hill won the toss and deferred, so Panthers offense will get the ball first here. So have an opportunity to get out to a hot start. That's kind of another key. Not only getting out to the hot start, but also finishing that hot start. Last week they were able to do that against Pittsburgh. They started out hot, which is something that we'd seen was kind of different because in most games they were down 14-0 before the thing started. So playing 60 full minutes, playing 60 tough minutes, and you know that my last key to the game is always going to be up front in the trenches, winning up front. Spring Hill has over 1,000 yards on the ground this year between their backs, and so they want to run the ball. That's what they're going to do. They can throw the ball if they need to, but they want to run the ball, and Paola needs to make their presence known up front on the offensive side and the defensive side if they want to come out victorious tonight.
Absolutely, and I don't have much to add to that. You pretty much nailed it right on the coffin with those 3 keys right there. I'll add on, don't shoot yourselves in the foot. No costly penalties. No, just stay ahead of the chains. Don't fall behind the chains by shooting yourself in the foot by doing a costly penalty to set you behind. And then if you start to struggle, find those adjustments to make yourself better. That's been a problem for the Panthers this year. I've noticed they have trouble making adjustments, and if they do make adjustments, they just don't execute them. It's been the motto all year. Hopefully tonight it changes as we're getting late in the season here, the final 3 games of the year. Can you believe that already?
Crazy.
But it's just confidence. Panthers have lacked confidence most this year. So hopefully tonight that changes, and then come out of here with a road win and an upset over the Broncos.
And that's going to do it for Elliott Insurance pregame show. Thank you to Elliott Insurance for sponsoring that pregame show as we are almost ready to start as the drum roll starts. The fans have their hands up and the twinkle fingers out, the spirit fingers out. They've got the keys out. There's some guy out there that's got a boot up in the air. I don't know what's going on here at Spring Hill, but we are in for a heck of an evening. Kicking off for the Broncos, number 81, Ryan Jackson.
It's a weird kickoff formation.
Kicks it deep, and that one's going to go back in the end zone. So the Panthers going to have good starting field position here to start this ball game.
Kicker got a boot on that one. That ball sailed.
Kicker has a strong leg, being able to help a little bit with the wind coming from that direction a little bit, but definitely a strong leg that could come into things for sure.
Now here's a glorious opportunity for the Panthers to set the tone early. Let's have a long, sustained drive, 80-yard touchdown drive to really stamp your foot on this game, see if the Panthers can capitalize.
Let's get the Panthers in the all-white look, white tops, white bottoms, black helmets, really, really clean look. Love that look, the Nightwalker look a little bit. The Spring Hill Broncos are in the purple tops, the white bottoms, and the white lids. So great uniform match between the two squads as a pitch out to the left side, stuffed up by the Spring Hill defensive end.
Yeah, not much there for the Panthers as Spring Hill crashed that side of the Panthers' offensive line, and really not much there. Hopefully that changes, but that's a good start for the Broncos here early.
Big-time stop there on second down. Not what the Panthers want. They want to get in front of the chains, get 3, 4, 5 yards, obviously more if they can on first and second down to keep the third and manageable. So need a big play here to get in front of the sticks a little bit. Osborne under center. Goes in motion. Handoff to the deep back lane, and Taylor only gains a couple on the left side. Maybe only really a gain of one.
Yeah,
If he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage, actually. So it's going to bring up a third and really long, 39 for the Panthers here to start the opening drive.
So far, the Broncos are winning up front, blowing up the Panthers' running game before it gets started. This is not where the Panthers want to be, third and long.
Broncos have a five-man front. Defensively, they know that the Panthers, what they want to do is they want to run the ball. So they're going to do everything they can to stop that run.
Yes, sir.
Osborne here under center. Takes a snap, look back to pass. Looking for his favorite target on the outside, Clayton Younger, and not Clayton Younger, my mistake, Jace Curley. And he is going to be about 4 yards short, so it's going to gain about 4 yards on fourth down, but that throw was short of the sticks, and the Panthers are going to have to punt here on their first possession.
That's a mistake by the Panthers there. You can't run routes short of the first down, and now the Panthers have a 3-and-out to start this game. Panthers behind the 8-ball early, at least on the first offensive series.
Luke Metcalf back deep for Spring Hill. Number 1 and number 25, Ryan Powell as well. Landon Taylor back to punt for the Panthers on this 4th and 4 here in our first quarter. Traditional punt. Kicks it deep, fair catch opportunity by Spring Hill, and looked like he had some room, but probably a good decision, at least for the Panthers side, as Spring Hill is going to take over just over the 45-yard line at the 46-yard line in our first quarter. We'll be back on a break right after this.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you...
Quick break here as Spring Hill takes the ball on the right side. Their tough, hard-running running back gains 5 on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 here. On the run is number 5, Colton McKenna.
Good initial surge by the Panthers defensive front. Just a missed tackle. Looked like by Richmond there. Got a 3 extra yards on that.
2nd and 5 for the Paola 49. Quarterback takes a snap. Handoff on the left side to McKenna again. Play strung out by the defensive end. Able to maintain it for a short gain. Going to be a gain of about 3 yards on second down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well done by Eli Richmond on the far side, stringing that play out wide and making this a 3rd and short.
Be sure the quarterback in the pistol formation hands off right ahead to McKenna, and he is going to have way more than enough for a first down. Gain of about 6 on 3rd and 2.
And Spring Hill does not mess around. They like to go fast, no huddle. And boom, boom, boom. You see the Panthers go no huddle, but they take their time. Spring Hill gets it and goes.
Looking over the sideline, exactly. These calls are quick. Everybody knows they're on the same page here. Be sure in the shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, play action pass. Has a little bit of pressure from a couple Panther defensive linemen. as he tries to get to the edge, but a nice push out, number 59, Brody Stewart by the middle linebacker there, coming all the way across the field to tackle or drop him short of the line of gain, so it's going to be a sack for Brody Stewart.
That's a tremendous pursuit by the backside. Brody Stewart coming across the formation, and even better coverage by the Panthers in the secondary, forcing that sack. Good start right here for the Panthers on this set of downs.
Play action pass did not fool the Panthers, reading their keys there. The defensive back, great job by them. Be Shore takes the snap, hands off to Pipkin in the middle. Big back Pipkin. Takes a snap, and that one's gonna come back with a offensive holding penalty on the inside. Looks like Eli Richmond got held on the backside. So a short gain is gonna turn into not, and gonna be a big loss for Spring Hill on this first down run.
Yeah,
second down run, sorry.
That hold is on Louis Stadler, the right tackle for the Spring Hill Broncos. So that's now Spring Hill's way behind the line of scrimmage, but they do like to pass the ball too, so it is not out of the question they can pick this up, but it's going to be very hard to do.
It's gonna move Spring Hill to just about a yard farther than where they got the ball to start this possession. So second and really long, 22 about for the Broncos. Be Shore takes a snap, looks back to pass, has somebody over the middle, but an interception. Number 3, Dylan Wagerman came through. Linebacker dropped right into coverage underneath the Spring Hill wide receiver and able to pick that one off. And the Panthers are going to take over just over the 40-yard line, about the 43-yard line.
Tremendous play by Dylan Wagerman. He undercut that route, jumped the route, got the interception. Panthers with the first turnover of the night.
Really big play by Dylan Wagerman there to get the Spring Hill offense off the field, get the Panthers offense back on the field, flip field position, as well as give the Panthers another shot here to score.
And now will the Panthers try for the big explosive play? You see this all the time after a turnover where they go for the big play.
Heavy formation. Osborne under center looking at his call sheet. Takes snap, hands off to the deep back. Landon Taylor almost breaks free. Misses a couple guys right there at the line. Going to be a gain of about 4 yards on first down. So nice run by Landon Taylor staying in front of the sticks.
Much better start to this series of downs for the Panthers. Got 4 yards this time instead of 1 yard on first down. Now the Panthers playbook opens up a little bit on this play.
Panthers have the ball here at their own about 47-yard line. It's going to be second and 6.5. We'll give him that. We'll give him the extra half yard there on that one for Landon Taylor. Osborne looks over to the sideline. Takes a snap. Hands off right up the middle on the left side. Looked like tried to run a little trap play. On the carry was Landon Taylor for that one. So a little bit different formation as we've seen Clayton Younger be that fullback type, the really close to Jet on that, but a little bit different change of pace there.
Big third down pickup right here for the Panthers. They need to pick this up after getting a turnover near midfield. You can't go 3 and out once again. Give the ball back to the Broncos. Panthers have to pick this up.
3rd and 4 for the Panthers, just inside their own territory. Play action pass on the outside. Has his receiver Charlie Zeller, but it is dropped. That ball was at the sticks. It would have been, or at the line of scrimmage. It would have been tough to pick that up, but now the Panthers are left with the decision here. Looks like they're going to punt and try to pin Spring Hill deep.
Yeah, the offense struggling right now for the Panthers. 2 3 and outs to start this game. The defense gives you great field position after forcing a turnover, but the offense can't capitalize. Ball's going to go back to the Broncos.
And Taylor back again to punt for the Panthers. Like we said this week, a little bit more traditional punt. Number 1 for Spring Hill takes it, breaks off to the left side. Corralled by a couple Panther defenders. It's going to be Spring Hill ball right over the 30-yard line, about the 32-yard line. So kind of a slow start to this game for the Panthers, definitely on offense as they went 3 and out. Spring Hill was able to pick up a first down, shot themselves in the foot with that penalty, and then the nice interception by Dylan Wagerman kind of was able to at least help flip the field for the Panthers, give Spring Hill a longer field to go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Panther defense has been the strength of the team so far this year. They need to show it again right here and try to keep Spring Hill off the board.
Be Sure back in the shotgun. Hands off to Pipkin on the left side. Cuts back to the right side.
On the carry, number 2, Draven Pipkin.
Draven Pipkin is a big back. He is hard to bring down. He's a tough runner, big-time wrestler as well. So he's a hard back to bring down a big guy. You can't tackle him up top. Got to hit him low. So gain of 4 on that one. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. 6:32 left in our first quarter. Be Sure takes the snap. Pipkin behind him. Hands off on the left side. Pipkin goes to the left side. Nice job by Eli Richmond over there on the deep side. Going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Now here's an opportunity for that Panther defense to get off the field and force a 3 and out. But anything is available here as it's 3rd and manageable here for the Broncos.
3rd and 4 for the Broncos here, as they've ran a couple players in and out. A little bit of miscommunication. Still 16 on the play clock, so plenty of time for the Broncos here. Get lined up with Be Sure, McCann beside him. Takes a snap, looking quickly. Blitz on the outside by Dylan Wagerman. Looks like there's going to be a penalty on the inside. I don't know. From where that's thrown, that's probably going to be a defensive either holding or a defensive pass interference. But there's a nice pitch and catch on the outside for Spring Hill, and they're going to wave that flag off. I don't think it mattered anyways, as I do believe it would have been a defensive penalty there. So that is going to be enough for a Spring Hill Bronco first down.
And that's unfortunate. Wagerman came on the linebacker blitz, just untouched, free, couldn't quite get to the quarterback, made a nice throw here to the sideline to keep the drive alive for the Broncos.
Nice catch as well by Bryce Kirchner for Spring Hill. Broncos back here. Be Sure takes the snap, hands off to Pipkin on the inside, cuts back to the left, dives forward for a gain of about 2 yards. So good job by the Panther defense there, bottling up Pipkin.
Panthers defensive line's doing a pretty good job up front, not letting Pipkin get going. Do I dare say he's a Derrick Henry type back?
Yeah.
Do I dare say that? But the Panthers D-line has done well so far, stopping him before he can really get going and not open up any holes.
It's been a great job up front so far by Cale Murdoch and Wade Inman on the inside. 2 guys that maybe don't get a lot of love most of the time, but they're stuffing it on the inside right now for the Panthers. Handoff again to actually fake handoff. Really nice play on the outside by Charlie Zeller. Tried a little pitch and catch on the outside, little wide receiver screen. Zeller was able to fight through the block and make a tackle and just gain about 1 yard on that. So it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3rd and a long 7 for the Broncos here.
Like you said, tremendous play by Zeller getting off that block and stopping that play before it could get started. Now it's 3rd and long. This is a prime spot for the Panther defense to get off the field.
Offenses get very one-dimensional when you get into 3rd and 7 territory. Tight twins formation for the Broncos. Back to pass, Be Sure looking to the outside. Is able to hit his wide receiver on the outside. I believe that's number 4 again, Bryce Kirchner. So that was a really nice pitch and catch between the two for a gain of about 10 yards on 3rd and 7. So that's going to move the chains, move the Broncos back into Panther territory again.
Yeah, good job by the Broncos. That's 2 third-down conversions through the air on this series. Panther defense crumbling on the back end so far on this series. Still a long way to go, though.
Be Sure in the pistol formation. McCanna behind him. Hands off on the left side to McCanna. Big hole as he cuts through, breaks through, and that's going to be a Spring Hill Broncos touchdown. They're going to open up this game with a touchdown with 3:55 remaining, and there was a huge hole on the left side for McCanna, and he just cut back against everybody once they saw that hole open, and cut back against everybody, and his speed was able to outrun everybody to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there for the Panthers. Everybody got caught going to the right side of the Panthers' defensive formation. He's able to cut it back for a wide-open touchdown run. Now the Panthers are behind again. See if the offense can get the momentum back.
Spring Hill originally came out in the swing gate formation. Panthers were ready for it. Kick is up and good, so that's going to be a Spring Hill lead of 7-0, and we'll be back for more right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
We're back on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. So not the way that the Panthers wanted to start this game, is they've had a couple opportunities on offense and gone 3 and out both times. Had a couple times to get off the field as well defensively, but big pass plays between Beshore and Bryce Kirchner really kept that drive going, and the McCann was able to punch that in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the third down conversions hurt the Panthers there. They had a chance to get off the field. Couldn't stop them either time, but Spring Hill capitalized on it. Now the offense needs
Jackson
to get
back to kick, and that is going to go in the end zone again as I cut Caleb off there. That one's on me. Shouldn't even needed to call that, as that ball was way into the end zone.
Yeah, now the offense has to answer. Spring Hill has the momentum. You've had the ball twice. You've gone 3 and out twice. Got to find ways to get first down, sustain a drive, and get the momentum back on your side. Cannot give the ball back to the Broncos on a 3 and out again right here.
Spring Hill in their purple jerseys. Intimidating looks to the Panthers as they break the huddle. Osborne under center, 2 backs behind him. Right beside each other as well. Pitch on the outside. Quick pitch to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor breaks free on the outside. Oh, my goodness. He needed to break one more tackle, and he was housing that one. Really nice toss pitch play on the outside as Clayton Younger was the lead blocker there.
Boy, how explosive that would have been if the Panthers would have scored on an 80-yard run right after Spring Hill took the lead. He's just one tackle away from breaking that, but a solid start to the drive, the first down of the day for the Panthers.
Nice run of 18 yards for Landon Taylor there. Like we said, he was about one step away from breaking that one completely, and that's a play that the Panthers had a lot of success with lately, is that toss sweep, that quick toss sweep, regardless if it's to the strong side or to the field side. Again, actually pitched to the outside to Landon Taylor again, breaks free again for a gain of about 8 yards on first down. So Panthers have found something that they really like there.
That's 2 pitches to the right side on the short side of the field. It's gone for big yardage. Panthers with some momentum here. Now, we talked about this on the pregame. These are the drives you have to finish.
2nd and 2 for the Panthers at their own 46-yard line. 3:10 remaining here in our first quarter. Same formation. Like we said, this formation we have not seen a lot out of Paola this year, with the 2 backs right beside each other and Osborne under center. Takes snap, hands off to Clayton Younger right up the middle, is able to push forward for a gain of about 4 yards on 2nd down. So that's going to be enough for another Panther first down.
Much better pace to this drive than the first 2 drives for the Panthers. Got a couple first downs. You're in Spring Hill territory. Keep it going.
Just in Spring Hill territory. 1st and 10 from the Spring Hill 49-yard line. As the Broncos are still in their 5-man front. Switching their defensive insides here. Panthers looking over at the sideline. They've had a lot of success going pretty quickly this drive. Maybe not, they're not never going to be a complete no-huddle team right on the ball, but Zeller in motion, takes a snap. Oh, ball on the ground. Missed handoff between Landon Taylor and Jed Osborne, but Landon Taylor was able to jump on that ball, as that could have been absolutely disastrous. It's going to be a loss of only about 1 yard, too, so a couple of deep breaths here in the press boxes. That one was really close to being very, very bad for the Panthers.
Yeah, that would have been devastating if that would have been a turnover right there. Fortunately, Landon Taylor was able to pounce on it before a purple jersey could bounce on it. But now you're behind the sticks. It's not where the Panthers want to be.
It almost looks like Jet kind of got his foot stepped on when he tried to go to that handoff and was just not able to get there. Osborne play-action pass. Has his receiver in the middle of the field. Had Curley open on a post route, just overthrew him. Curley it was bigger body, had boxed out the smaller defender, but he just threw the ball over his head, and Curley had no shot at that one.
And just a one-man route on that, a little post over the middle. It's actually decent coverage by the Broncos corner over there, but like you said, just a little too high on the pass. Curley wasn't able to corral it down. Now you're in 3rd and 11. This is not ideal for the Panthers, but we've seen them pick up these first downs before.
3rd and long for the Panthers. 1:43 left. Play action pass, back to pass. Has his receiver. Oh, never got turned around, but must have turned his head right at the right time to not get a defensive pass interference there. The receiver didn't quite fight through enough to be able to get that, so it's going to bring up 4th and 11, and the Panthers are going to have to punt this ball away again.
Yeah, here comes the punt team, and it certainly looked like pass interference. I didn't see the defensive back turn his head around. I think Spring Hill got away with one there, but again, you had a drive going, and then you make a mistake, and you couldn't recover. Another punt. Not good.
Lane Taylor back deep to punt again for the Panthers. We said a little bit different punt formation. Traditional punt, short punt, hoping to get a Panther bounce. Picked up by the Broncos. He's going to be tackled right at the 30-yard line. So far, the worst starting field position for Spring Hill as they will take over from their own 30-yard line. Already up 7-0 with 1:29 left in our first quarter.
Yeah, now the defense really has to bow their necks. The defense has been very solid for the most part this year for the Panthers. It's been the backbone of the Panthers so far this year as the offense continues to struggle, but now the defense really needs to make a play.
Broncos break the huddle, twin receivers at the top of your screen. Tight end up there as well. Hand off to Pipkin on the right side. Got penetration in the backfield, and it's going to be a tackle just for a gain of about a yard, actually maybe just right at the line of scrimmage. So maybe gained about a half yard, but not much more than that as Pipkin had to dodge a couple defenders in the backfield.
And Pipkin's injured. He limps off the field.
Definitely not what you want to see for any sideline.
Yeah,
as one of their top backs looks like he maybe twisted an ankle or something there as he's hobbling off the field a little bit there. But there were a couple great penetration by the D tackles for the Panthers as they were able to break in, make Pipkin change directions. And that big of a guy, it's hard for him to change directions that fast, able to tackle him for just a short game, about a half yard. McKenna in the backfield would be sure. Takes a handoff. McKenna takes the handoff on the left side. Tackled by middle linebacker and number 57, Cale Murdoch. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. Big time opportunity to get off the field here and also get pretty good field position if they're able to get them off the field. Something they haven't been able to do yet. Handoff to the left side, McKenna. Looked like he is going to be just at the line to gain for a first down, as McKenna is a very quick back, able to break off on the right side and pick up enough for the first down.
And the Panthers defense has done very well on 1st and 2nd down. It's 3rd down that's killed them. That's 3 straight 3rd down conversions, 3rd and medium or longer for the Broncos, 3 in a row.
1st and 10 for the Broncos at their own 43-yard line. Quick pitch on the outside as the Bronco receiver had a lot of room. He lost the ball, but I believe that he was already down. Looks like he's going to be right at the line to gain. I believe it's going to be another first down for the Broncos, as that was B. Shore hooking up with his favorite target, number 9, Jackson Torres. So the Panthers in this first quarter down 7-0, and the Spring Hill Broncos are driving. We'll be back more right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the...
We're back here as the Broncos break off to the right side as they've had a couple really quick breaks here in our action. So we'll get those advertisements in where we promise. But Spring Hill on the first play, McCann was able to break off to the right side for a gain of about 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 just into our second quarter here and just into Panther territory at the Panthers' 43-yard line. Short takes the snap, fakes the handoff to McCann on the right side, looking to outrun the linebacker. And a really nice play by Landon Taylor. Interception for the Panthers. Wow, what a play. The ball was underthrown and behind the receiver, but Landon Taylor made a diving interception to get the Panthers defense off the field and, more importantly, the Spring Hill offense off the field.
Tremendous play by Landon Taylor. A poor throw by Beshore, as you said, threw low and behind the intended target, but a tremendous diving interception by Landon Taylor, the second interception the Panthers have had in this game, but now the offense has continued to struggle. They need a touchdown drive here to help out the defense. The defense has just been phenomenal all year for the Panthers. 2 turnovers in the first half.
Beshore had Kirchner open on that one. He just underthrew the ball a little bit and missed him. Pitch on the outside to Landon Taylor. Takes a huge hit right at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for a gain of about 1 yard, I think, but huge hit on the outside from the Spring Hill defender.
And that pitch isn't working to the open side of the field. It works more on the short side so far in this game. Spring Hill's flying to the ball when it goes to the open side. Panthers got to find a way to get more run plays more effectively in this first half.
10:54 in our first quarter here. Panthers down 7-0 at their own 41-yard line. 2nd and 9. Tight formation here for the Panthers. Take the snap, look back to pass. Has his favorite receiver, Jace Curley, on the outside. Still going to be a gain of about 4 yards, about 5 yards. So it's going to bring up third and 4.
That's the traditional curly curl.
The curly curl, my favorite. I'm going to patent that one. We're going to have shirts by next week for that one. The curly curl. I like it.
All right, Design for Sports. You're on.
Yeah, exactly. If anybody wants to sponsor that, the curly curl shirts, then Caleb and I will definitely rep those. Actually, this time of year, it probably needs to be like sweatshirts or hoodies.
That's it.
So if anybody wants to represent that, we would be more than willing to rep it. Back to pass. Well, has his receiver wide open. Landon Taylor again on the – actually, my mistake, Jace Curley on the outside. Really nice play, a little slant and go action.
Boy, what a diving play by Curley over there. If the pass was able to hit him in stride, he may hit his head on the goalpost. But one way or the other, it's a 3rd down conversion. Panthers in Spring Hill territory.
Spring Hill territory at their 44-yard line. Panthers take over 1st and 10. Really nice play between the two as they faked they actually faked the curly curl and then went deep on the go. Hand off to the deep back. Landon Taylor, and just nothing really going on that left side. Trying to run behind their 2 hosses there on the left, but the Broncos defense has made sure that they are not going to get beat in the run game tonight for sure.
Well, at least up the middle. Up the middle has been nothing so far tonight for the Panthers. Maybe like 5-6 yards up the middle so far in this first half. The explosive plays have been on the toss so far in this one, and that's not good. You're more one-dimensional that way. You got to find a way to get some more chunk yardages other than just the toss outside.
Broncos look like they're in single high man coverage here, so maybe an opportunity for Panthers to hit them over the top. Back to pass. Has Jace Curley again. Not a curl this time, but a in route, a little dig route for Jace Curley, going to pick up 9 on 2nd down. So huge play between the two, between Jet and Curley, as he's going to bring up a 3rd and very short. So definitely 2-down territory. You got 2 downs to pick up this 1 yard.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't mess around. Just go right up the gut with it.
Osborne takes it, and I'm not sure if everybody was set there. Might be a legal formation or a false start.
It'll be a legal formation. The Panthers were not set on that, and that's the mistakes you cannot make. Instead of a 1st down, now you're 3rd and 5.5, 3rd and 6. Just mistakes have killed the Panthers this season.
Yep, an illegal formation for For the Panthers, not everybody was quite set on the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.5. A lot harder to pick up than the 3rd and 1 that was there. So
I still think it is 2-down territory from right here.
Panthers offense definitely needs to produce something here. Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen. And they get the free 5 yards back. So they're just they're exchanging 5-yard penalties here as they're going to get the 5 yards back and going to bring it back to a 3rd and about a half yard. So great hard count. We've seen that multiple times this year from Jed. He's drawn off a lot of defenders, and it really paid off there.
All right. Don't mess around. Just go up the gut, but make sure you're set.
Everybody's set for about 3 counts, and then you can still shove forward and get about half a yard.
That's all you need. You just need to get to the 27 or the 28 to keep this drive going.
8 minutes left in our second quarter with the Panthers down 7-0. Handoff to Clayton Younger, and he's going to have enough. The little bowling ball goes forward for about 2.5 yards when he only needed a half yard. So a 1st and 10 for the Panthers just outside the 30-yard line, about the 31-yard line. So nice job by the Panthers picking that up, not having to go to 4th down, not having to go to that play when you never know what's going to happen on 4th down.
Yeah, just a good surge by the offensive line, opening that hole just big enough for Younger to squeak through and get a new set of downs.
Twin receivers at the top of your screen. Osborne back under center. Takes a snap, looking for the quick play. Actually hits Curley on the slant route. Faked the bubble screen on the outside to Charlie Zeller. Hits Jace Curley on the outside. And Curley and Osborne, who he has been his favorite target this year, have really hooked up a couple times big for the Panthers. Going to bring up 2nd and just about half yard again.
Osborne's been very accurate with the passing game on this series. Very well done. Now you're 2nd and very short, just outside the red zone.
And the Broncos keep putting Curley in single coverage over there as well, and I believe that the Panthers are going to keep picking on him if that's what they want to do. Second and 5, handoff to the deep back lane of Taylor. He's hit in the backfield, and I don't think he had enough for he's going to be really, really close if he got the half yard. I think he's
didn't make it.
Just short, so it's going to bring up 3rd and inches. Again, as there's just nothing in the running game right up the middle, as that's where they focus their entire defense is right up there. The Panthers really need to get into space to be able to exploit this defense, spread them out a little more. Osborne pushes forward for a 1st down on the quarterback sneak.
And you don't see that very often anymore. Why not? I mean, all you need is 6 inches. Just push right behind your center. Get the snap and go. All you need 6 inches. Now you got 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 20.
You tell your center just to crawl and cut whoever he needs to get over the top of him, and you shove right behind him.
Now the Panthers need to finish this drive. They have been so effective on this drive, through the air especially. Now you're down just 7. You need to answer here and get this game back tied.
Well, we've hit that red zone territory again that we talked about as a key to the game, right at the 20-yard line. Handoff to Landon Taylor. Tries to push through on the left side, but nothing going again as a host of Broncos bring him down. Get a gain only about 1 yard. As they know that that's exactly what the Panthers want to do is run the ball, but they continue to put the receivers in single coverage as they split out Curley and Zeller to the top of your screen.
There's just nothing up the middle. Spring Hill has too many guys for the Panthers to block. Runs up the middle. They're averaging maybe a yard a carry on the runs up the middle.
Looking for something in the passing game here as Osborne goes back to pass. Hits Charlie Zeller on a quick out, but it's only going to be a gain of about a yard, maybe 2, maybe just a 1 yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 as the quick out was not. It was there, it was open, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, just not much doing on this set of sit-downs. It's not over yet. It is 3rd and long, but now the Panthers need to find a way to get this into goal situation. Otherwise, you might have to take a long field goal try, which we have not seen the Panthers do this year.
3rd and 8 from the Broncos' 18-yard line. Single high safety again.
Panthers are going to have to take timeout. Play clock's down to 5. And there it is.
And they're going to take it. Coach did not want to take that timeout, but he had to. So the Panthers really, going back to the keys of the game, we talked about it to to start right as they got at the 20-yard line on first down, first and 10 from the 20. But the key to the game, they got to score in the red zone. They have to get points in the red zone. They cannot eat as much clock as they have, as they've eaten up, almost this entire quarter of clock here to drive down the field, to be able to score, and they got to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw this twice in Tonganoxie a couple weeks ago. You had that drive at the end of the half, get stuffed inside the 5, and then you don't get any points there. And then you come out at the start of the second half with the ball, go on a 9.5-minute drive just to get stuffed at the 5-yard line and not have any points on that. It just demoralizes your team. It demoralizes your confidence. The Panthers just got to find a way. They got to find a way. It's not looking very good right now, but that's why they play the game. You never know what could happen. It's going to be 3rd and long here. The Panthers have been very well efficiently through the air on this series of downs. Just need to find a way to get to the 10-yard line and keep the drive going.
I would expect the Broncos to maybe change up their coverage a little bit, as they know they've kind of put their corners out on an island a little. So maybe change the coverage, maybe go to maybe a cover 2 look here for the Broncos. Obviously, the Panthers are hoping they don't and hoping they keep putting the corners on an island. Let Jace Curley use his big body to shield off a defender here. But a big 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers coming out of this timeout. Looking there, and it is going to be a completed catch on the outside. I believe that's to Charlie Zeller.
It is Zeller. Just short
Charlie
of
Zeller,
down.
so he's going to be short of a first down, but enough. So really good yardage there. It's going to bring up a 4th and short, 4th and about 1, maybe a long one, maybe a 2 yards here. So hustle back up to the line here. Trying to draw them off sides real quick as they look over to the sideline for the call again. Big play. Toss sweep play to the outside, and he breaks free. It's going to be enough for a Panther first down.
On the carry, number 10, Landon Taylor.
Look out. Little fan or little mic interference there.
Little mic interference, but a really nice toss sweep play to the outside. And like Caleb said earlier, a lot of that success has come to the short side of the field, not allowing the Broncos defense to stretch it out any farther.
Tremendous seal over there on the left side of the Panthers O-line. Really well done.
And they get the jumps. It's going to be half the distance to the goal here, as they were already at the 5, just outside the 5-yard line.
This will be just outside the 2-yard line now. Panthers need to capitalize here. You got 4 downs to get 2.5 yards.
Big boy territory here.
That's
This is heavy package. We always bring in the heavy package. Whatever we got to do.
Goal line offense.
Goal line offense. Just right at the 2-yard line, just right inside the 2-yard line here for the Panthers. Handoff right up the middle and just stuffed by a host of Broncos as he got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be actually lost about half a yard there. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line now.
And that's, again, up the middle, Denver. Broncos have just dominated in the middle.
Almost got him to jump there again as a couple Broncos defenders twitched, but not enough to pull them over. I expect maybe a toss sweep play on the outside again, something that they've been really successful with, maybe a quick pass. Toss sweep on the outside. Landon Taylor was stuffed by the linebacker there as they tried to bring Jace Curley, motion him in to crack back on that backer. Well, not a crack back because you can't do that anymore. It's illegal. But a crackback type of block on the backer, but he was too quick to fill.
And Spring Hill's won the first 2 downs. This is not looking good for the Panthers.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
I'd do something like a naked boot out to this side. Maybe catch Spring Hill napping. Got all this room out here on this side of the field. Why not mix it up? Try some naked boot. Maybe you find a tight end over the middle for the touchdown. So instead of doing your traditional stuff, try to go outside the box here. But Panthers have to take time out again.
Panthers are going to take a timeout here. Big play here on 3rd down is the Broncos have about 10 guys in the box. So it's a really hard running formation, especially when you've got a couple wide receivers that are split out. So it'll be interesting to see out of this timeout if the Panthers maybe decide to split some guys out, maybe widen out that defense a little bit to try and exploit it some, because running up the middle has not been working.
No, and there's no reason for the Broncos to have anything more than man coverage if the Panthers do have 3-4 wide receivers, because if you do that, then that does open up the middle, and the Panthers could walk in for an easy score. So I still expect Spring Hill to have 7-8 guys in the box and just have single coverage on the wide receivers out wide, but it's just tough The field gets so condensed down here. If you don't have the personnel to go up the middle, it's going to be tough for you to score. You got to do some weird nuances and try to catch Spring Hill off guard. But they got 2 downs to get 3 yards. They've lost half a yard in the first 2 downs, but we'll see what happens here. Panthers need to finish this.
A big 3rd and goal from the 3 with 2:16 left in our first half. So they've done a really good job of draining a lot of clock in this drive, but just finishing. Finish is what they need to do here. Put the hammer down and finish this drive, as Mitch Holtis would say.
Put the hammer down.
Exactly. We're not in the 4th quarter yet.
But put the hammer down on this drive.
But a huge play here. Pitch to the outside to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor just does not have anything again. They tried to hustle up to the line and make that quick pitch, but there was nothing. Looks like he lost about another couple inches. So it's really about from the 4-yard line, just inside the 4-yard line, 4th and goal.
I'd kick the field goal here if it was me. Just your offense hadn't done anything since you got the 1st and goal. It's going to be tough.
1:53 left. Hoping to probably draw him off sides here. Takes a snap, look back to pass, and he hit him! Landon Taylor wide open in the middle of the end zone. A quick little drop. Landon Taylor acted like he was going to block. Faked right into the middle of the end zone and had him right at the seam, right in the middle of the Broncos C for a Panther touchdown.
Oh, that's huge. Big 4th down. The second 4th down conversion. This one for the touchdown. The Panthers are back in the game.
Huge play between those two. Hayden Warden back to try to tie this thing up on the point after attempt. And he kicks that one through as he continues to be perfect on the year, and that ties it up. What a huge drive. What a giant play on 4th and goal from just about the 4-yard line between Jed Osborne and Landon Taylor. And who would have thought that Landon Taylor was the one to score that touchdown, make the big play, right?
And they went outside the box. They did a little tight end pass over the middle. Seas parted wide open for the score. And what was that, a 10-minute drive, roughly?
Long drive.
For the Panthers to tie the game. That's exactly what the Panthers want to do. Maybe not in that stressful formation where you have to convert 2 4th downs to score, including a 4th and goal, but huge momentum boost for the Panthers. Now the defense has to keep Spring Hill off the board because Spring Hill does get the ball to start the second half, and Spring Hill does have all 3 of their timeouts at their disposal.
Yes, so big opportunity here for first off for the kickoff team to pin them deep. That's kind of been something that struggled a little bit for the Panthers is kickoff coverage. So really need to pin them deep here to be able to have an opportunity to stop them on defense. Kick to about the 15-yard line, received by the Bronco running back. He's tackled on the backside. Really nice tackle on the backside. I believe that was number 23. Lane Anderson on that tackle. On the carry was Luke Metcalf was the one that received that kick for the Broncos. So 1:36 left, tie ball game. The Broncos have the ball at the 32-yard line. Like Caleb said, all 3 timeouts. So they're not afraid. They have the whole offense at their disposal here. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They can do whatever they want. They can throw the ball to the middle. Does not have to be only at the sideline either. And in high school, as we know, first downs, clock stops.
That's it. And if there's anything against them here, it's into what is a slight breeze going to the north here.
Draw play on the inside to McKenna. Good job by the Panthers to keep that one from busting huge, as they were expecting everybody to be back deep in pass coverage, as they kind of were. It was a gain of about 7, but could have been a gain of about 50.
Yeah, that was near disaster for the Panthers, but they're able to corral it and limit it to a 7-yard pickup.
Minute 13 left. Back to pass. Pitch and catch on the outside, the big tight end, number 84, Cooper D. Albini.
What a name, D. Albini.
Not many more fun names to say than Cooper D. Albini. Obviously, I hope he doesn't catch very many more this game as the Panther fan, but if I have to say his name a couple more times, I am not going to be upset.
Absolutely not.
So 1st and 10 for the Broncos. 1:04 left in our first quarter. Back to pass there. Has got a little bit of a blitz and tried to duck that one away.
There's nobody over there.
There was a receiver, the running back had It just busted out over there. I think they were trying to run a screenplay actually, but it just was blown up by a host of Panthers as he had nowhere to go.
That was good job by the Panther defense, not pursuing too far, reading their keys and not getting burnt on the screen pass. Now it's 2nd and 10, right where the Panthers want to be.
Twin receivers at the top and the bottom of your screen. Bashore as the quarterback, McKenna to his right. Shore takes a snap, drops back. Looking for his receiver on the outside. And again, if he's going to complete to anybody, I'm glad it's to Cooper D. Albini. So a nice gain for the Broncos. Going to bring up 3rd and about 2 yards.
And he gets out of bounds, too. The Panthers playing a little bit softer on the edges, not wanting to get beat deep.
Try not to give anything up big. Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen, tight end and receiver at the top. Handoff on the inside to McKenna. McKenna breaks a couple tackles, is able to dive forward for a first down. Going to be a first down for the Broncos inside Panther territory at about the 40-yard line, just inside the 40-yard line at the 41-yard line.
Surprised the Broncos aren't using their timeouts here. They got all 3 of them with just 40 seconds.
39 on the clock as it keeps ticking. Be Sure on the outside, looking again for one of his favorite targets, number 4, Bryce Kirchner, who has been his favorite target at least in the first half, but he overthrew his receiver, only 32 seconds left. So burned a couple seconds off the clock. That was something good for sure from the Panthers.
Yeah, the pass was there, just a little too high. A mistake by the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and 10 once again.
Trips receivers at the top of your screen, single receiver at the bottom. Be Sure is the quarterback, McKenna beside him on the left, looking deep actually. Be Sure just has to throw that one away, as they're going to say he had a receiver in the area there as he was getting chased down by a couple Panthers.
That was great coverage by the Panthers in the secondary. Nowhere for Be Sure to go. Narrowly got that one off as he was hit from behind. Sails it out of bounds. Now it's 3rd and long. Now the Broncos are worried about scoring at all at the end of this half.
3rd and 10 for the Broncos from the Panthers' 41-yard line. 25 seconds left in our first half, so Panthers just cannot have any big plays.
That's right. Keep everything in front. Panthers going to use their last timeout.
Panthers going to go ahead and take a timeout, make sure that they've got everything good to go. We'll stay with you right here as we only have 25 seconds left in our first half. This has kind of been a wild first half between the two teams. Maybe not a lot of scoring, but a lot of big plays from both sides. Some big 4th down pickups from the Panthers on that last drive that I know we'll break down a little bit more in our halftime show. So make sure you stick around for that halftime show. It's going to be presented by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Insurance Group. But fun half between these two teams, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight between the two, between 2 and 3 teams in the Frontier League, 2 teams that are trying to gain higher in those standings. Also, not just in the Frontier League, but also in the playoff pictures. Nobody wants to be paired up in the first round with a Miege or an Aquinas or a St. James Academy.
Yeah, you want to try to avoid those as much as possible as you can, because you certainly don't want a first-round matchup against them, because it'll most likely end your season right away, but crazy stuff have happened. But right now, the Panthers just need to focus on this game, keep the momentum on your sideline.
Be Sure back here in the shotgun. McKenna beside him. Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen, one at the top. Screen pass to McKenna. Really nice tackle by a host of Panthers. Landon Taylor there, as well as number 57, Cale Murdoch on the tackle there on that screen pass. And I think it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield.
It's a hold.
Actually, a hold on
even better
on the Broncos. So that's going to bring them back even farther with only 17 seconds left. Going to be a 3rd and 20.
Now, it could have been 4th and about 6, but obviously you're going to take this penalty, take Spring Hill back as far as you can with as little time as possible.
Exactly.
So obviously you're going to take this back. No question about it.
So 3rd and 20 from now their own side of the field.
And it was 10 yards from the spot.
Oh, more than 20. It's going to be third and about 25.
And now Spring Hill's in a little bit of a bind here. You're 3rd and forever with only 17 seconds. You got 2 timeouts after they just used one there. Now what do you do if you're the Broncos? Because you got a long way to go for the clock to stop. Obviously you got 2 timeouts. But what do? You're going into the wind, what little wind there is, if there is any out there on this cool night in October. But the Panthers have done exactly what they needed to do on this drive. Spring Hill has shot themselves in the foot with this penalty. Now Spring Hill might just say, hey, we're tied. We get the ball to come out the second half. They might just lay down right here and take it to halftime.
I'm sure a conversation that they're having with the quarterback, be sure right now, is you have to be sure that you have your receiver before you throw the ball, because the last thing we need is an interception return for a pick six or anything like that, and just really turn the tide, as he already has, like you said, the 2 interceptions in the first half.
They're spreading it out.
Spring Hill breaks the huddle. Twin receivers the top and the bottom of your screen. Be sure in the draw again to McCann. Almost a really nice play by the defensive lineman. Clayton Younger misses a tackle as well, and that one's going to be a block in the back, so it's going to come back again for the Broncos with only 8 seconds left. So a 3rd and forever turns into 3rd and even longer.
And now you got 8 seconds left. There's only time for one more play. You might try some laterals and stuff, but most likely this will be just a kneel down and end the half.
Kind of a disastrous end of the half for Spring Hill as they started this drive with 3 timeouts, pretty good field position, able to maybe try to get something. Looks like they're going to
decline the penalty because it's still 4th
decline the
and
penalty.
14
Exactly. So
whatever. So I can see that.
Interesting to see if they will punt the ball here or what exactly. They are going to punt this ball deep. So
maybe the Panthers can get a block and have one play,
or have an opportunity to return this as well. Looks like they may not even put anybody back deep as they're in a punt safe.
No, you bring everybody here. There's no risk.
Not really in a punt block situation either, though. As I think both teams are just okay with ending this half 7-7. Punter with a good leg there. Just making sure you get away, not making any dumb plays. And that's going to wind out the clock on our first half. We have a tie ball game here in Spring Hill, Kansas between the Broncos and the Panthers. We'll be back to break it down and with more on your Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Show here on Paola Sports Live.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737. Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Rain. Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
We're back on Paola Sports Live on your Rusty Walters halftime show. The halftime show is brought to you by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola as the Bronco marching band is on the field. Putting on a show, between the two sides. Is we've heard a couple different times that this group went and performed at Emporia and won that competition between them and their entire squad. So they're doing a great job, put on a great show here for the halftime show. And we haven't seen a lot of instruments, I could say, played in the first half. As it was just a 7-7 ball game. Definitely a different ball game than Spring Hill's kind of used to playing. A lot of their scores this year have been up. Last week scoring 50 points against Ottawa. The most that they the least amount that they've put up this year was just 10 points against Eudora. But besides that, 46, 24, 49, or 26, 56. So the Panthers defense is doing a great job of holding this offense down. I think Pipkin going down in the first half was something big as well for the Broncos, as that's kind of the thunder and lightning back between him and McKenna. And so you don't have as much of that thunder. So McKenna still has broken free for a lot of really good runs, had a really nice about 35-yard touchdown run in the first half, which will be their scores there in the first quarter. And then the Panthers, after not finding anything offensively on the first couple drives, finally able to break free excuse me, after a Landon Taylor diving interception, able to break free and go down and score. On fourth down, had to convert fourth down a couple times. Not much in the running game. A lot of that was done through the air between Jed Osborne and Jace Curley. A couple pitch plays, quick toss plays on the outside as well, and then finally ending up with an Osborne 4-yard touchdown pass right up the seam, right in the Bronco C to a wide open Landon Taylor to score that touchdown, and that's what brings us even here in our first half. Is the Panthers left only 2 minutes on the clock, a little less than 2 minutes on the clock for the Broncos. And with all three timeouts they had left, were not able to do anything. Shot themselves in the foot a couple times, a couple of holding penalties, blocking the back. Penalties like that allowed them to not score before the end of the half. So the Panthers defense has done a really good job, turned the Broncos over 2 different times, and has really been able to make a difference and keep the offense in the game to just enough to even it up. So we'll be back to break down a little bit more of this game, talk more about the second half, and then to also talk about some area scores as well as some scores in Kansas. So we'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live on the Rusty Walters Halftime Show.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back on your Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, and we're going to get to some scores from around the Frontier League as the Spring Hill band just keeps pounding it out, man. They are
putting on a show.
They're loud and in charge. They're really, really good, putting on a really good show. But to get to some scores from around the area, Lewisburg, we thought maybe the Lewisburg-Tonganoxie game was going to be one of the best games, at least in the Frontier League this evening, and Lewisburg has proven us wrong as they are not sleepwalking from after that big Eudora win, as Lewisburg is up 28-0 on Tonganoxie with 5 minutes still left in that second quarter. So big time rebound again for Lewisburg off that big win. Baldwin's up big on Osawatomie, 35-6. That's right at the end of the second quarter there, the first half. DeSoto is up 14-0 on Casey Piper right now. DeSoto's a really good team as well, up in the, I believe, 5A level for them. Eudora is up 34-0 on Casey Schlegel. It's a hard one to say. Say that one 5 times fast, right? Colgan is up 20-0 with right at the end of the first half on Columbus. And then Girard's up big, 21-0 on Iola. And then from around Kansas a little bit, in the SEK, Chanute, another powerhouse in 4A, a team that's undefeated this year in 4A. It's going to be really, really hard to beat as well. Is up 34-0 on Fort Scott. That's the end of the second quarter. The last score update that I got on the Derby Mays game, it sounds like it's living up to the hype, is Derby was up 20-14 at the end of the first quarter on that one. So a lot of offense between those two sides, but something we haven't seen a lot here. Not a lot of offense here. Some pretty good defense though.
Hasn't been very many possessions. There was a few in that first quarter, but for the most part, there was only 3 possessions in that second quarter because the second quarter started with Spring Hill with the ball, but then they threw an interception, and then Paola pretty much had the ball the entire second quarter on that one drive where they scored on 4th and goal, and then Spring Hill had a drive there at the end of the half with over a minute left, but couldn't do anything with it. So the second quarter kind of flew by because Paola just dominated time of possession 10 minutes to 2 minutes, it seemed like, in that second quarter. That's why we had the low-scoring game, and the Panthers should feel good going into halftime after got behind 7-0 that first quarter, wasn't doing anything offensively for the most part, and then you sustain that big drive, that long sustained drive in that second quarter to get this game tied. Panthers got to be feeling good where they're at.
Something the Panthers have done pretty well this year is actually responding to that to the adversity at the beginning of the game. If they're going down, 7-0, 14-0, however they've been able to go down and then come back in the game. What they haven't necessarily been able to do is then bounce back from that, going into halftime into a tight game, whether that be a tied ball game or within a score. Last week, going up, they were up 14-7 last week at home against Pittsburgh, but I had plenty of opportunity to win that game, and just was not able to pull it out. So I'm sure that Coach Smith, is that something that they're talking about in the locker room right now, is needing to go and respond. Yes, it's great that we're tied 7-7. I'm sure that there's plenty of mistakes and things. Yeah. I know that there's a challenge right now to that offensive line, the way that they got pushed around in that first half by the Broncos defensive line and defensive front. But because they're going to need more out of the running game to ultimately win this game.
Yeah, they're going to need more out of the run game, like you said, but more up the middle than just on that pitch. It got a little dark in here for a second, but come back on. But outside of the pitch to the near side of the field, that's been the only run game for the Panthers so far in this one. As up the middle has been next to nothing, very little at all. It may be like 8-9 yards up the middle on carries up the middle all game. So the Panthers got to find a way to be more balanced and not rely solely on the toss play to the short side and then in the curly curl, so to speak, in that first half. So Panthers got to be able to make adjustments. They were not able to execute the adjustments last week, whilst Pittsburgh did, and Pittsburgh ended up coming out of there with the win. We'll see how the Panthers do in this second half. They're going to have to make adjustments because Spring Hill's certainly going to maybe spread out a little bit more and allow more run plays up the middle, maybe more room to run with. But right now, it's just been a dominant force by the Spring Hill defensive line up the middle so far. But the Panthers got to find ways to loosen that up and not be so congested in the middle of the field.
We'll be back with more keys to the second half after this short break from our sponsors. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
We're back one final time on your Rusty Walters halftime show, Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial halftime show. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. The two sides have come back onto the field here, stretching, make sure they get good and stretched out, especially on a cool evening like this. It's important to get good and stretched out, as it doesn't take very long to get tight again in an environment like this. So definitely don't want to see any injuries in this second half between the two teams. It'll be interesting to see if Pipkin can come back in for the Broncos. I believe that's been a big part of their offense. So if he can come back in, that's going to be a big boost for the Broncos.
I was just listening to the Spring Hill broadcast, B.J. Harris over there, and it sounded like Pipkin's not going to come back in this one, as it is a significant enough injury where I don't think he's going to come back. But he was not very effective when he was in there. I think he only carried the ball like 4 or 5 times for maybe 10 yards in that first half, so that's going to hamper Spring Hill's Thunder and Lightning offense when it comes to both running backs, so that's going to help the Panthers out. But it's just going to be who's going to have more nutrition, who's going to make the right adjustments, execute the right adjustments, and come out of here with the win. Should be a fun second half. It was a fun first half, but now you got to take that out of your mind and get ready for this second half. Spring Hill's going to start with the ball. Panther defense, just keep doing what you've been doing. You forced 2 turnovers, you forced 2 punts. The Panther defense has done all they could do to keep Panthers in the game. Just keep doing what you're doing and offensively build off that touchdown drive in the second quarter.
It was a fun first half for us because, we love defense. Bigger guys, we're all about the defensive side of it. If you love, spread it out, slinging the ball around, anything like that, this is probably not the game to watch for you. I mean, we want you to stay on if you're watching with us, but definitely not an offensive production or show between these two sides. But really good defensive football has really been played, especially in the running game between these two teams.
And so it'll be interesting to see who has the wind in the fourth quarter. It looks like Paola is going to be against the wind here in the third quarter, so they'll have the wind of what little there is, if any, going in that fourth quarter. That could play a big role into who wins this game late if it stays the way it is.
Could for sure make a difference. That's going to do it for our Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Thank you to Rusty Walter and his team over there for providing the advertising and the the funding for the halftime show. So we are getting ready to kick off here our second half with number 19, Hayden Warden, back deep to kick for the Panthers. Receiving for the Panthers, number 1 and number 25. As it's a short kick on the outside. As the ball is loose.
Sneaky kick there by Warden. It was live. It just got kicked out of bounds. Panthers almost caught a break there to start the second half.
The Broncos player kicked the ball out of bounds. Did not kick, but just deflected out of bounds off of him. And so almost a disaster to start for the Broncos, but it is going to be really, really good field position starting for the Broncos just inside the 35-yard line, just the 36-yard line basically for the Broncos. So they'll have 1st and 10 from there to start our second half. Shotgun formation, 2 backs beside Be Sure. And stuffed up in the middle on the inside. Those 2 D tackles again for the Panthers doing a really good job of keeping things muddled there in the middle.
Just the run game has been pretty much non-existent for both teams. The long touchdown run has been basically it for either team when it comes to big explosive run plays. The D lines are winning on both sides of the ball when it comes to the run game.
Spring Hill lines up again. Gets a handoff on the outside. McKenna tries to break through on the outside. Looks like Kill Murdoch came through and made a big tackle there in the middle. So it's going to bring up a third and medium for the Broncos here, 3rd and about 5.
And that's a great job by the outside backer, Dylan Wagerman, here on the near side. Forced the runner back into the teeth of the defense for the Panthers. And now here's a chance, 3rd and medium. Got to get off the field.
My mistake on that tackle is Brody Stewart for the Panthers. Be Sure takes the snap, looking deep on the outside, and able to connect with his receiver, looking for the curly curl, but it did not work. The comeback route was not open as Be Sure missed his receiver, number 1, and the Spring Hill Broncos got the punt, which is exactly what the Panthers drew up, exactly what they wanted, a 3-and-out to start the second half.
Perfect start defensively for the Panthers. Now the offense needs to go down and get the first lead of the game and capitalize on this glorious opportunity that the defense has handed you.
Punt is deep, and it's going to be a Peter punt for the Panthers. Nobody comes close to it, and the Panthers are going to take over just inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
Decent field position for the Panthers to start this drive just inside their own 30. Now's your opportunity to put your foot on this game and get a leg out in front and put pressure on the Broncos. Your defense has played superbly so far in this one. The offense needs to have their backs and go down and have a long score like they did in the second quarter.
Right at the 29-yard line is where the Panthers will take over. Heavy formation here on the right side for the Panthers. Toss sweep to the right side. Landon Taylor takes the sweep, breaks to the outside, able to shed the first couple defenders, but only really gaining about 2 on first down. So heavy formation to that right side, tried to overload that side, but was not able. Looked like he had a little bit of room there for a minute, but a Spring Hill defender threw him down.
It's that toss sweep again that the Panthers have had most success on the running game, the only success on the running game, really. So we'll see what happens here. They might try a little pop pass on this side.
Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen here. In the I formation is Younger and is the deep back Landon Taylor. Osborne takes the snap, hands off to Clayton Younger right up the middle. He's going to be able to push through as his little legs keep churning for a gain of about 3 yards.
And that's the biggest run play of the night for the Panthers up the middle.
Yeah.
They got a little surge that time. Spring Hill was on their heels a little bit, but now it's 3rd and medium here for the Panthers. Can't have a 3 and out here.
3rd and 5 for the Panthers here. Trying to draw them off sides, get a free first down, but 3rd and 5 at the 34-yard line of the Panthers.
This might be that traditional curly curl here on the near side.
Look at the curly curl, wide open, available there. It looks like the Broncos trying to bring a blitz as they try the quarterback follow, and he just gets shoved down by about 6 Bronco defenders. That was not there right up the middle, and so that play does not work. He looks like he did gain about a half yard there to get them to right at the 35-yard line. But after a promising start to the drive, they're going to have to punt this ball away.
Yeah, back-to-back 3 and outs to start this second half for both teams. It's just offense has been ugly in this one, but it's all about adjustments so far. Neither team's been able to adjust very well.
Glass half full, the defenses have been great.
Yes.
So,
yes.
you know, depending on how you look at that.
Yes.
Taylor back to punt to deep to punt. It's a squibbly little kick to the outside. Spring Hill fields it over there on that side. Maybe not the best decision to field it as he got hammered by about 3 Panther defenders, but they are going to take over at the 44-yard line, at their own 44-yard line. So really good field position again for Spring Hill. Not been able to do much with it so far, but
that's a dangerous play by the return man for the Broncos there, because if he bobbles that at any point, the Panthers are there to pounce on it. So I'm not sure the coaches really wanted him to pick that ball up right there. He got away with it, but it was very dangerous.
Spring Hill hustles back on the field in their purple tops and white bottoms and white helmets. Paola in their all white tops and bottoms and black helmets. Hand off to McKenna on the right side. It's going to be shoved down for a gain of about 3 yards on first down. Gain of about 4 yards on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Spring Hill's winning the battle up front just a little bit more than the Panthers are. They're getting bigger chunks on first down than what the Panthers have had all night. But the Panther defense has forced 2 turnovers. That's a big reason why it's still tied and not Spring Hill ahead in this one.
Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen. Tight end as well. McCann the back, 2 Beshore's left. Beshore takes a snap, looking back to pass. Looking again, it missed his receiver, number 1, Luke Metcalf, on the outside. For a second, I thought Dylan Wagerman was going to have an opportunity at that ball to maybe house it, as there was nobody between him and the end zone, but that ball was just thrown outside his grasp.
And that's a poor pass by Beshore. He had both receivers out here open, but he short hopped both of them. Just a poor pass by Beshore. And now you're in that 3rd and medium / long again. There's the Panthers defense, chance to get off the field again.
3rd and 6 for the Broncos at their own 47-yard line. McCann 2, Beshore's left. It's the ball looking back to pass. Going to be a catch on the outside by, I believe, number 1, Luke Metcalf of the Broncos. So that's a gain of 11 yards on 3rd and 6.
And that's the best pass Beshore's had in quite a while. Little side-out pass to the far side. Was able to get the drive alive for the Broncos.
Dual backs in the backfield with Beshore. Low snap, able to handle it, cuts on the outside. McCannon and going to break free for a gain of about 10 yards on first down. So maybe he's going to be just short. It's going to be 2nd and inches.
No, Spring Hill starting to get a little bit of momentum here. That was a big 3rd down pickup. Now the offense is rolling here. Got 2nd and very short. Might try a deep ball here toward the end zone here.
Nice run by McKenna there on the right side on the stretch play. Pistol formation. For Be Sure, takes snap, hands off right up the middle to McKenna. Got enough for a first down, but didn't get a whole lot more than that as the defensive lineman for the Panthers, number 67, Eli Richmond, did a great job being able to grab an ankle and pull him down, but did pick up a first down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line at the 29 for the Broncos with 7:10 left in our third quarter.
Panther defense played well all night. Need to bow their necks and try to get a stop here and limit the Broncos.
Same formation for the Broncos. Handoff on the right side. Actually, quarterback keeper on the outside by Beshore, and that one's going to come back on a holding penalty by the second running back, as Beshore did have a lot of room to run, but it was because the outside linebacker was held really badly over here on the outside. So that one's going to get dropped back another 10 yards.
That's a break for the Panthers, as Beshore had a lot of room to run, but too much room to run. The block was too good here on the edge. And how many times is that now that that Spring Hill has committed a crucial holding penalty to back them up? 3 or 4 times now?
Yep. It's been too many. Too many if you ask Coach for sure. So it's going to be about 1st and 17?
Looks like it.
1st and 17 for the Spring Hill Broncos. Be sure with those twin backs again. Takes a snap, hands off to McKenna on the left side. Big time stop right there in the middle as the tackle was by number 20.
Stanchfield.
Yes, Cooper Stanchfield, as he was taking on 2 blockers there and was still able to make that tackle. So great job on the edge by Cooper Stanchfield, the defensive end.
That was a great fill by Stanchfield. Very minimal gain for the Broncos. Now it's 2nd and long, right where the Panthers defense wants to be, but do not get beat deep here.
Takes a snap, looking for his deep receiver on a post route. He has him. J.D. Troutman undercut the route. I think it distracted the receiver because the receiver number 1, Luke Metcalf, had a wide open, probably touchdown, but just dropped it as Troutman was beat on the post route. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 15, about 15 yards here on 3rd down. So.
And like I said, that was a break for the Panthers. The ball was slightly underthrown. Troutman was able to get back there and affect it enough that Metcalf just dropped it. So break for the Panthers right there.
He heard footsteps a little bit on that one. So both teams have been really worried about the run, so it's been a lot of single coverage there. Trip receivers at the top of your screen. Looks like there's going to be a timeout for Spring Hill with 5:57 left in our third quarter. We'll be back right after this, trying to take a short break here on Paola Sports Live.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
We're back on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. 3rd and 15 for the Spring Hill Broncos here. Back to pass, deep, looking for his deep man on the deep corner route, and he's got him. And he's going to be just short of the goal line. Nice running catch by Junior Jara, the tight end, and he just ran a little corner route right at that pylon, and it was a really nice throw by Beshore, and he hit him, and it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
That was Beshore's best throw of the night. That's a backbreaker for the Panthers. Had him 3rd and 15, and they get a 1st down.
Beshore in the pistol formation, takes a snap. McKenna takes the snap, hands off, and it looks like he is going to be just short of the goal line as his knee was down before he got in. So it's going to be 2nd and inches at the goal line here.
And if I'm the Broncos, I don't mess around. I just go under center and just dive over the pylon. That's all you got to do.
Quarterback sneak.
Just quarterback sneak and jump over the center. That's all you got to do. You just got to break the pylon, break the goal line, and it'll be a touchdown. So Panthers defense is in trouble here.
Spring Hill stays in the shotgun formation, handoff to McKenna deep, and he dives in for a touchdown. That's McKenna's second touchdown of the game. This one was probably a little harder than the last one, as the last one he broke free for a gain of about 35 yards. This one he had to just plunge forward for a gain of about a half a yard. But they both are the same way. Both score 6 points, and it puts the Panthers down 13-7 pending the PAT.
That's a backbreaker, but the Panther offense needs to capitalize on the next series of downs.
Almost blocked on the outside by Dylan Wagerman, but that PAT does go through, and the Broncos take a 14-7 lead. And really that drive, there wasn't much to it. A 3rd and 15, just absolute backbreaker that happens on that corner route that was run by Jara there, and a perfect ball by Bishore, and just the coverage wasn't there. That's a different route than they've seen so far, and that's just really what broke the back of that drive.
Absolutely, and they had 2 third down conversions on that drive. The first one, that 3rd and 7 play on the pass on the sideline, went for about 11 yards, set up the drive going, and then that one just unfortunate for the Panthers as they cut the route and got it into the pylon over there, and he made a nice catch. Ball was a little overthrown, but he made a nice play to get to it and capitalize for the touchdown. But now the Panthers offense must answer. They got to answer, keep Spring Hill at bay.
Got to answer. Got to at least put together some good plays, a good drive here for the squad.
That's right. You got to keep your defense off the field. They just were on the field for a long time there. They're winded. They need a break. The Panther offense needs to sustain a drive and get down into scoring position.
Spring Hill's getting set to kick off here. Number 81, yes, Ryan Jackson. Sorry, I knew that as well. I'm not sure what that happened. This one's going to be short of the end zone. Xander Mighty takes the ball at about the 10-yard line, cuts off to the left side. He's chucked down by number 31, Noah Anderton.
And now here the Panthers are inside their own 25. Need a long, sustained drive here and to answer. See what the Panthers do offensively this series of downs.
1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 23-yard line with 4:58 left in our first half. As the cheerleaders are screaming for the Spring Hill Broncos to D up here. And I'm sure they are affecting, for sure, the Panthers offense. Heavy formation to the left side. Play action pass. Looking deep for Curley as he's bumped off his route, and no call there. It looked like Curley was bumped off his route a little bit by the defensive back, number 25, Ryan Paul. But there was a no call there from the back judge, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, trying to catch the Broncos off balance a little bit, going with play action on that first play.
And that was a dangerous pass. That was into triple coverage. It was that one-man slant route again. It was nearly picked off. Like you said, maybe slight contact off the route, but no call was made. Panthers behind the chains.
Twin receivers at the top of your screen. J.D. Troutman, the receiver, at the bottom. Curley goes in motion, look for the toss sweep on the outside again, as we've seen that play a couple times, trying to get that crackback block by Jace Curley just was not there. Nothing going in the running game. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 again for the Panthers, as they've been in this situation way too many times tonight.
Yeah, this is not good for the Panthers. 3rd and 10. Options are pretty much limited here. You got to run a route that's deep enough to get the first down if you're able to complete the pass.
Twin receivers at the bottom of your screen. One receiver at the top, and Paola is going to have to burn a timeout as J.D. Troutman was confused on the formation and exactly what was going on personnel-wise. So as they take a timeout, we're going to try to take a quick timeout with them as well. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back here on Paola Sports Live with the Panthers facing a 3rd and 10 with 4:16 left in our third quarter. Big play here for the Panthers. They need to pick something up to get a little bit of momentum at least going offensively, even if they can only pick up at least half of it, 8 yards, something offensively here. Back to pass as Curley had the corner out. Looks like that's what he was looking for, Jet was looking for, but it's like Curley was a little miscommunication between the two, and so that is going to cause the Panthers to have to punt this ball away.
Yeah, that wasn't miscommunication. That was just Jet having to get rid of the ball as Spring Hill brought the house on that one. They sent everybody who was in the box. He had to chuck that, nearly had it caught, but it's just disaster for the Panthers. After you give up a touchdown drive, then you go 3 and out on the ensuing series.
Taylor back to punt. Luke Metcalf, number 1, and number 25, Ryan Paul back deep for Spring Hill. Nice spinning kick as it takes a Panther bounce. Nice tackle by number 57. Really nice tackle by Cale Murdoch to come in there and make that play, the long snapper.
And now the defense is really up against the wall here. You cannot go down 2 scores. The defense needs to make a play, get the ball back to your struggling offense, and maybe they can get some life going. But right now, Spring Hill is on the lead foot, up 7 with the ball. This is not the territory the Panthers wanted to be in, but it's been that way all year. But the Panther defense has made the challenges to step up. Need to do it again.
Twin backs with Bashore in the backfield. Takes snap, hands off to his left side, actually to where's wide receivers. Number 9. A little bit different looking formation there. On the carry was number 9, Jackson Torres. He's going to pick up about 7 yards on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Broncos across Panther territory at the 46-yard line. 44-yard line, my mistake. Heavy formation on the left side for Spring Hill. Handoff inside to McCann. Actually, a quarterback keep on that one. Really nice play. Nice tackle on the outside by Charlie Zeller.
That's Wagerman.
Actually, Dylan Wagerman, the 3 of the 5, they get bunched up. I tell you what, they're hard to tell apart, but Dylan Wagerman had a really nice play on the outside as there was a lot of room for Bashore to run.
Great play by Wagerman. 2-yard loss on the play. Now the Panther defense needs to get a stop here and force Spring Hill to punt to get the ball back to your offense.
So that brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, 3rd and 5. Handoff again to Torres on the outside as there's lots of room, and it looks like he is just going to have enough for a first down. He carried a couple defenders those last couple yards.
Yep, that was unfortunate there. The Panthers had the stop about 2 yards short, but he was able to keep the momentum going, and he gets the first down right at the sticks. That's a backbreaker for the Panther defense.
Interesting there. The spot looked interesting, but we'll be back at it here with Bashore taking the snap, faking the handoff, looking to pass the ball again, looking for his man on the – he had the post wide open again. Luke Metcalf was open. That's his 2nd drop touchdown that he's had so far. J.D. Troutman got beat on the outside.
Troutman's been beat about 3 or 4 times tonight on those deep patterns. Got lucky there as Metcalf again, like you said, he drops the ball the 2nd time on that deep pattern that he's dropped it. So the Panthers catch a break.
3rd and 10 for, actually 2nd and 10 for the Broncos at the Panthers 41-yard line. Just over Panther territory here. Twin backs in the backfield. Shore takes a snap in the speed option here to the outside to McKenna. Nice tackle as that play was doomed from the beginning. Actually, Torres on the carry there. Just a gain of about 1.
All right, now is when you need to get off the field here. That's good defense by the Panthers, spreading that play out. Nowhere to go for Torres. Now it's 3rd and long. You have to get off the field here.
Looking over the sideline to the coaches for the call here for Spring Hill and the Broncos.
And I will not be shocked if Spring Hill tries to do a little screen pass here. The Panther defense needs to be ready up the middle if there is a screen.
Draw has also been a play that's worked really well for the Broncos this evening with 2:03 left in our third quarter. Be sure back to pass, looking deep. Some pressure from them. He just has to get rid of it. So really nice pressure by number 57 and number 59 for the Panthers. Number 57, Cale Murdoch, and 59, Brody Stewart. So good pressure there is going to cause the Broncos to have to punt this ball away.
And the Panthers stiffen their necks again defensively, get the stop they needed. Of course, they got a break with the drop at the 5-yard line, but that's why they play the games. Drops happen. Panthers are going to be deep in their own territory after this, but at least they'll have the ball down 7.
Carson Royal back to punt for Spring Hill. Back deep to return number 1, J.D. Troutman. As this ball is high, and it's just going to be a fair catch by Troutman right at about the 15-yard line. The 13-yard line, I guess.
Yeah, this is the worst starting field position of the night for the Panthers inside their own 15. The offense has really struggled tonight to get anything going except for that one drive in the second quarter where they scored. But now they got to find a way to get a drive here as their defense gets the stop they needed to keep you in the game. But now the offense needs to go on a long scoring drive right here.
146 left in our third quarter with the Panthers trailing 14-7. Formation 1 receiver at the top of your screen. Landon Taylor is the deep back.
That's Curley out on the far side over there.
Curley at the top of your screen. Osborne takes a snap, hands off to Landon Taylor, and that's one of Taylor's best runs, right off right tackle.
Best run of the night up the middle for the Panthers, a solid 8 yards it looks like on that. Finally some penetration up front by the offensive line, winning the battle up front on the initial surge. Panthers right where they want to be, right here.
Wade Inman did a great job of clearing a hole there for Landon Taylor to be able to run through. So second and short gives you a lot more options here on this play. Curley is the lone receiver at the top of your screen. All the rest of the Spring Hill Broncos are within about 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Pitch play to the outside again. Landon Taylor trying to use his speed is going to pick up enough for a first down for the Panthers. So something that they needed to do was get off on the right foot, get that first down, get this drive really started and rolling.
Yeah, there wasn't much really out there on that toss, but he just had enough to get the first down. A new series of downs, first down of the second half for the Panthers.
Speed did a lot of good there to the outside. Panthers had the ball right outside the 25-yard line at the 24 and a half. We'll call it the 25. Takes a snap, look back to pass. Looks for that curly curl, but it was just the ball was spiked right into the ground. Unfortunately, not able to come up with that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. As he had him open, just spiked the ball.
Yeah, Jed Osborne a little quick on that pass there. Skipped it low to Curley. Would have been about half the distance there, but unfortunately the ball skipped to Curley, and now it's 2nd and long.
2nd and 10, same formation. Curley at the top of your screen. Going in motion here on the right side. Landon Taylor takes a hit, I believe, from his own left tackle, actually, and falls forward for a gain of only about 3 yards when it looked like the hole was bigger than that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. It looked like that was something there for Landon Taylor. Just ran into his own guy, like you said, and he falls down for a minimal gain. And now it's 3rd and long. Here come the Panthers. Need to convert right here.
3rd and long for the Panthers from the 28-yard line. 28 seconds left in our third quarter. It'll be probably the last play of the third quarter here. In motion goes looking for the wheel route to Curley on the outside, and there was a lot of contact over there. But
I do not see a flag
they said
over
that there is not a flag. A lot of contact over there on the outside as he had his receiver. My mistake, that was actually Charlie Zeller that ran the wheel route there. Had him open for a bit, but that ball, I think, just got thrown to the sideline a little bit too far. So the Panthers, that's not the last play. The Panthers are going to have to punt this ball away here to kind of finish up our third quarter.
Coach Smith was livid with the official over there on the far side as he wanted a pass interference penalty, but he didn't get it. And now the Panthers have to punt the ball, like you said. The defense is going to have to make another stop.
Taylor back to punt this ball away. Luke Metcalf as well as Ryan Paul back to receive it. Metcalf catches it and he fumbles the catch. Actually, the ball's still on the ground. Panthers pick it up. Luke Metcalf trying to make something happen. That ball is recovered by number 73, Garrett McKinney.
There is a penalty flag on the far side, however. Hold on a minute.
Probably, I would assume being there, it's probably going to be a holding, would be my guess. A holding on Spring Hill on the outside. So
the way Eli Richmond was reacting here, it does look like it's going to be against Spring Hill. And what a break that would be for the Panthers. A special teams error by the Broncos cannot put the ball on the turf.
Here's the call, and it is a hold on the Broncos. So that penalty is going to be declined. They will get the ball here inside Spring Hill territory. What a break as Luke Metcalf tried to do a little bit too much for the Broncos. Just instead of trying to fall on that ball and just take what he had, tried to pick it up again, was not able to get it. And big 73, Garrett McKinney, the center, was able to fall on that ball and give the Panthers really good field position.
And guess what? We still got one more play in the third quarter.
Still one more play.
Maybe the third time's the charm.
Maybe one more time here. You know, if they score here, there's still one more play in the third quarter.
True.
So,
True.
You know, that's what I hope there is at least one more play in this third quarter. Spread formation a little bit. We got trips receivers at the top of your screen. Zeller has the deep back, looking to double pass. Has the receiver deep and missed him short.
There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag at the line of scrimmage here.
This might
be
it's
going to be a hold.
This might be on the Panthers.
Holding penalty on the Panthers, so that's going to back him up 10 yards. So just a disaster on first down. Not only do you not complete the pass, but tried a little trickery there with the halfback pass. Going to bring up first and 20 outside of this end of our third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, the Panthers are down 14-7. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
We're back at the start of the fourth quarter with the Panthers down 14-7. First and 20 for the Panthers. Looking back to pass. Oh my gosh. I think Charlie Zeller almost caught that ball twice. I think they're going to call it incomplete, though. It did hit the ground. He had it in his hands once, took a hit from a Spring Hill defender, ended up dropping it. I thought he caught it twice, but it must have hit the ground as he had Charlie Zeller open in the seam. Actually, I'll be honest, I'm not even really sure if Charlie Zeller was open in the seam, but Jet found him anyways, almost made an incredible catch, but it still is going to bring up a 2nd and 20. Panthers back to pass again. Looking for the seam. That ball got tipped, and it's going to be intercepted by the defensive tackle, number 68. That ball was tipped right at the line of scrimmage. Number 68, I think Trigg Smith came up with that. And then we have some extracurricular activities at the end of that. I don't know exactly what happened.
It's going to be excessive celebration on the Broncos as they went absolutely berserk after the interception. You might, if it's derogatory, you might get an ejection here. As you saw both officials throw the flag right at the point.
They knew it exactly that something had happened, but that was a really nice play by Trigg Smith to be able to track that ball down and get it back. Personal foul.
On the Paola? Wow.
On the Panthers. Interesting on that. So they're going to add another 15 to that, I believe.
And now the Panthers are really up against the wall. You got the break you needed on a special teams error by the Broncos, but then the penalty set you back, and then you throw the interception off a tip, and now you compound that mistake by committing a late hit at the end of it, and now the Broncos are just outside the red zone, already up 7 in this fourth quarter.
So Spring Hill's going to take over here at the 23-yard line of the Panthers. So just a complete disaster in that last play, just barely into our fourth quarter here, 11:44 left. Sure takes the snap, hands off to McCannon on the right side.
On the carry, number 5, Colton McKenna.
McKenna gains about 3 yards on first down.
And the Panthers defense is really up against it here. They're going to have to find a way to get maybe another turnover or try to some way to keep Spring Hill off the board.
Broncos right at the 20-yard line here. Handoff on the left side to McCanna. McCanna breaks free, breaks one more tackle, and he bursts into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. McCanna broke a tackle from the outside linebacker and broke free into the end zone as he is fired up here on the sideline, as it was a really nice run by him on the left side. But that is going to put the Panthers in a heck of a position, pinning the PAT down at least 2 scores.
Yeah, not what the Panthers wanted at all. Down 2 scores, just over 11 minutes to play. It's going to take some heroics for the Panthers to get back into this one.
So Broncos take a 21-7 lead here in our fourth quarter, and just disastrous couple plays by the Panthers with the interception. They got the ball with some they had some luck on their end. They recovered the muffed punt from the Broncos. Tried a trick play with the halfback pass on the first play, ended up backing them up. They had to run a pass play again on first down. Almost had a really nice catch by Charlie Zeller, missed that. And then on second down, the ball was tipped right at the line of scrimmage. One of the defensive tackles made a nice play looking up, just kind of oh, looky what I found play on that one for him.
Yep.
Don't worry, he will always remember that. He will talk about that for the rest of his life. He got an interception as a D tackle. But then 2 plays later from McCanna puts the Broncos up by 2 scores here in our fourth quarter. So only 11 minutes left for the Panthers to get back in this thing.
And it's just been the way the season's gone for the Panthers. They are so close so many times. It's just the youngness of the team. What's the word I'm trying? The inexperience. The youth of this team has reared its ugly head several times this year, and it's rearing its ugly head again. There is still time for the Panthers. They have done next to nothing all night, so anything could happen, but they need to start doing it right now with this series of downs.
Broncos kick off here. Short kickoff caught by Meinig in the middle of the field. Able to break through. Nice return by Xander Meinig. Going to get the ball at about the 27-yard line, 29-yard line actually.
One of the better returns the Panthers have had all year on the special teams on the kickoff return. Sets them up nicely near the 30. The Panthers need to, if they're going to have any prayer at all, they need to score a touchdown on this series.
They need to score, and they need to do it in less than 10 minutes.
That's it.
like they've done a lot this year. 10-minute drives are great, bleed a lot of clock, but they got to have 2 scores here. So it doesn't have to be quick, doesn't have to be anything hurry up.
No.
But there needs to be a little bit of a sense of urgency in this drive to be able to get enough drives to be able to come back in this game.
That's it. I'd say you got to score within about 5 minutes. If you can get the ball in the end zone around 5.5, 6 minutes left, you'll have yourself a chance.
Which is definitely possible. We've seen a lot of big plays from the Panthers this year in the running game and the passing game between the 2 sides. So, Panthers are going to take over at their 29-yard line, 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Osborne in the shotgun here. So they know they got to throw the ball. J.D. Troutman, nice catch on the outside.
And that's the curly curl to somebody not named Curly.
J.D. Troutman on the outside. So, a little different formation than we've seen a lot out of the Panthers this year. They said, hey, we need to get him a little bit more room to be able to throw the ball, let him see his receivers in the pistol formation. So 2nd and 4 for the Panthers from their own 35-yard line. Looking over to the sideline there for Osborne in the pistol formation. Really close to a Nice catch on the slant by Jace Curley on the outside.
And that's a first down for the Panthers, so 2 nice little 6-7 yard passes to start this drive. You're already near midfield. Good start.
Who knew the Panthers were a spread team? Throw the ball around. That's all they're looking to do, right?
That's all the Panthers can really do. They're down 2 scores. The run game is pretty much non-existent right now.
In the pistol formation again, Osborne is getting ready to take the snap with Landon Taylor behind him. Looking deep to J.D. Troutman. Oh, my gosh! He dropped the ball, but there is going to be a pass interference on that as the defender never got his head turned around. And so there's going to be a pass interference. There'll be a 15-yard penalty on that, but J.D. Troutman almost came up with about as good a catch as you will ever see as he had that ball all the way until he hit the ground with one arm.
He had it. It was in his grasp, a one-handed effort on the sideline here. He had it until he hit the ground, like you said, but the Panthers are going to get bailed out with the penalty for the first time tonight on that pass interference.
Pass interference on the outside on J.D. Troutman. So they'll have a first down again from Broncos territory.
And they'll mark it off from the original line of scrimmage. So, yeah, it will be in Broncos territory, like you said.
Should be about the 43-yard line, 42-yard line.
And the 42.
The 42-yard line. Look at that. I did pass.
You can
I did pass math.
You can add.
I had to take off my shoes and socks on that one to count with my toes. But besides that, we got her done. Osborne back in the pistol formation again. Clayton Younger and Charlie Zeller as their slot backs. Trying to hit Landon Taylor on the outside, and there's just nothing going. As they've kind of had a spy on Landon Taylor tonight. Wherever Landon Taylor goes, they've got a couple Bronco defenders that go with him, and why not as the way that he's played so far. Spring Hill, we haven't talked a lot about them. They made a lot of plays. There's been a host of them, but they've got a couple little linebackers, 31 and 10. Number 10, Brandon Richardson, number 31, Noah Anderton, that have made a ton of plays in the middle for them.
They have made a ton of plays. I'm not sure about that play call if I'm the Panthers there, though. A little halfback swing pass, just nowhere to go with it. Now you're behind the chains at 2nd and 13.
2nd and long for the Panthers. Back to pass is Osborne. Had Curley open, but overthrew him. Almost an interception there, as Jet did not quite have his feet set in this drop before he decided to throw that ball, and it just went a little high, sailed a little bit on him. So now it's 3rd and long. Don't need to pick it all up because you're in four down territory, but you need to pick up at least half of it.
That's it. Now it's bad camera work there. My fault, everybody. I thought they were just going on the little pass to the sideline. I didn't realize it was going to Curley near the first down marker, so I missed on that one. But like you said, get about half of it here.
Osborne in the shotgun. Pursues at the top and the bottom of your screen. It's chased down by the defender. Landon Taylor turns around and makes an incredible play on the ball.
Uh-oh.
As Jet just had to throw that ball up as he was being chased down by the backside defensive end. But Landon Taylor made an acrobatic catch, turning around as he was being hit to make that catch, and a huge pickup on 3rd and 13 for the Panthers.
It's a big-time pickup, and now you worry about Jet Osborne. He was a little slow getting up after getting hit from behind on that last play. Hopefully that back injury isn't acting up again like he suffered in Week 2 against Lewisburg.
Osborne here in the pistol formation. Tried to find Landon Taylor again on the quick out route off of the motion, but he was covered by one of the linebackers, number 34 for Spring Hill, Hagen Whitcraft.
And Osborne did a good job getting rid of that ball when he did. If he waits a split second longer, he gets clobbered from the right side backer that was on a blitz here. The Panthers did not pick him up. So thankfully Osborne was able to get it away.
Put a little bit more pressure on Jet as he has his receiver deep in the end zone. Jace Curley for a touchdown, Panthers.
Big-time reception by Jace Curley, a 30 or 25-yard touchdown reception to get the Panthers back in the game. Not only do they score quickly. There's still 8:45 to go. Panthers back in the game. Huge pass from Curley, or huge reception from Curley on the pass from Osborne.
Great ball on the go route to Jace Curley, and Jace Curley wanted the ball more. He was the bigger guy and was able to get that in. and we stay perfect on point after attempts for the season. As we pull within one score, the Panthers are only down 21-14 here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back at you on Paola Sports Live.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back on Paola Sports Live with your Panthers trailing 21-14, but just pulling a little bit closer with that nice 25-yard touchdown reception by Jace Curley on the pass from Jed Osborne. As Warden takes off here to kick this ball away. Short kick at the 20-yard line, takes a bounce, and wow, Spring Hill got lucky on that one, as it does go out of bounds unless he touched that.
Was it touched?
Ball?
Because if it's touched,
looks like he might have touched. If he touched that ball, then it's going to be a break for the Panthers. But if he did not touch it, then it's going to be. He did not get a finger on that, so it's going to be good field position starting here for the Broncos. That was a kick out of bounds. It was really just bad luck by Warden. It was a nice kick. It was in a good spot. Just took an ugly bounce out of bounds.
And somehow the returner didn't touch that ball. If he did touch it, then Spring Hill's backed up on their own 15-yard line, but they gained 20 yards of field position by that not touching the return man. It goes out of bounds. Tough spot for the Panthers there.
First and 10 Broncos from their own 35-yard line. Need a stop here by the Panther defense. Hand off to the left side. McKenna is they're just getting blown out. The right side of the defensive line just got absolutely mauled by Spring Hill and the Broncos, and a big gain of 8 yards. And good thing there was a backside linebacker there because he could have kept running forever.
Yeah, the Panthers defense needs to bow their necks to get the ball back to their offense.
Again, running on the right side, left side, a lot of room to run, and McKenna is going to break another one for a Bronco touchdown. Holy cow.
Wow.
The left side of the Bronco offensive line has done a great job these last couple drives, just making a giant hole, and McKenna did the rest, breaking to the outside after that initial surge and scoring on that long touchdown run of over 50 yards. So a back-breaking play when you get right back into it. Reminds me a little bit of Tonganoxie a couple weeks ago when you get back into that one. And a low kick does go through, so puts Spring Hill back up 2 scores.
Boy, that hurts. That is devastating. It's just the way it's been for the Panthers the first 5-6 games of this season. It's just not – they get back in the game, you're feeling the momentum, and then the opposing team just hits you with a big play right in the gut. And that's happened too many times this year. It's just the youth and the inexperience the Panthers have on this team this year. They're going to learn from it. They're going to be much better next year. But right now they got to fight through these growing pains and do anything possible to get confidence built as we get closer to the postseason.
You know the Panthers are going to do the same thing offensively they did the last drive, which we've shown can score quick. So they can get back in this game. It's definitely not over yet. Is there is still 8 minutes left. You know, we talked about the last drive hoping that they were able to score and keep about 5 minutes on the clock. They were able to score, and Spring Hill was able to score. So they're almost in the exact same position. If they can score here with about 4 or 5 minutes on the clock again, then there's still really a real shot in this game for them.
Absolutely, but that's the key. They have to score. And they did the last time they had this in this position. They're going to have to do it again. The backs are up against the wall considerably, but they can get it done. They just need to do it and execute and let what happened just a little bit ago, let that go away and focus on the next series.
Jackson to kick for Spring Hill. Deep kickoff to Xander Meidig. He takes it at about the 10-yard line. And a host of Broncos bring him down. He's going to have the ball at about the 25-yard line. So nothing explosive in the kickoff return game. But that is where the Panthers will take over, a 25-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:03 left in our ball game.
And the Panthers are going to have to go 75 yards. And like I said, about 3 or 4 minutes to try to give you a reasonable chance to get the ball back and get you a chance to tie this game. But object number one is to score and not give the ball back to the Broncos.
Troutman and Curley as the two receivers. One at the top of your screen, one at the bottom. In the shotgun formation again, Jed Osborne deep back to pass. Has Curley. I think Curley played defender on that one as the corner had the best shot at that ball, but Curley knocked it away from him.
And that's unfortunate there. Curley actually had inside position. The ball was slightly overthrown, so Curley had to act like the defensive back and knock that away. Otherwise, it would have been an interception. So that's unfortunate because Curley won on the route. Just the throw was not executed by Osborne. It sailed on him just enough to not get that completion.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Osborne back in the shotgun formation. Troutman at the bottom of your screen. Jace Curley at the top. Clayton Younger in the backfield. As the pass is overthrown by J.D. Troutman, had him open on a curl route. It would have been a gain of about 5 yards, but that ball was overthrown again by Jed Osborne. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Panthers, and they need something big here to happen as they've had to, with the added pressure the Broncos have been bringing, they've had to keep in two of their big playmakers, Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller, to help pass protect. As once again, Jace Curley on the outside had to play defender as a deep pass goes over his head. And so it's going to be 4th and 10.
And there's no punting. They're going to bring the punt team out. This is
go ahead
interesting.
And punt this ball away as they don't want it to get any uglier than it already is, hoping maybe they can get a turnover on defense, maybe a muff punt or something on by the Spring Hill Broncos. But
if I'm the Broncos, I don't put anybody back to because of that situation. It happened earlier in the game where they had the muff punt, the Panthers recovered, but I wouldn't even put up a guy back if I'm the Broncos. Why risk it?
Back deep to return for the Broncos, number 25, Ryan Paul. And Taylor punts deep, really good punt. Fair catch by Paul at the 41-yard line, and that's where the Broncos will take over.
Little bit of extracurricular over here by the Panthers and the Spring Hill return man over here. Number 25 for the Panthers was in a tussle. Fortunately, no flag was thrown, but that could have been ugly.
Yeah, definitely don't want any boneheaded mistakes, anything like that. Here is the Panther defense needs something big to happen. I'm sure they're going to be ripping for the ball, hoping to get the ball out of McKinnon's hands, but you know that's where the ball is going to go here. That's the only option, I think, for the Broncos right now, as he's had some really nice runs this evening. Again, on that left side, exact same play, and McKinnon breaks free again. Oh, my goodness. He stiff arms Charlie Zeller for good measure on his way out of bounds, but they are just running the exact same power play over here on the left side as their left tackle, right guard, tight end combination are just doing work.
The Panthers.
On Cooper Stanchfield over here and number 75, Wade Inman.
Frustration is certainly set in for the Panthers. You can see it just the way the body language is. They fought hard all night, but they just don't have enough to keep up with these more experienced teams, and it's showing right now, especially in this fourth quarter. You get that long drive to get you back in the game, and then they just punch you in the mouth right back 2 plays later, and it just kills your psyche, and then your offense goes 3 and out, and it just shows right there the defense is like, gosh, we're on here again.
Here it goes again.
Here we go again.
Exactly.
And it's just frustrating. Frustration setting in as a player. You hope it doesn't turn into anything more than that, because you see in situations like this, the frustrated team goes after certain players, and you don't want to see that happening right here. You just want to have a clean game, get out of here as healthy as possible, and get on to next week.
The Panthers are well coached enough that we know that piece of it won't happen, but the Broncos, I would assume, are going to go back again on that left side to McKenna if I had to put money on it, which I'm not, but McKenna again on that he actually cuts back to the right side. Doesn't matter as this game has gone on, McKenna, after a gain of 7 yards on first down, has just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's what the great backs do. They keep getting stronger throughout the game.
That's it, and it's just the defense for the Panthers is worn out. They've been on the field far too much in this game, and in this fourth quarter especially, Spring Hill's taking advantage of it, just shoving it down the Panthers' throats on these little power O plays. Nothing the Panthers can really do about it.
Back in the pistol formation, be sure. Takes snap, hands off to McKenna on the left side. Able to break through on the left side. Shake a couple defenders. Landon Taylor shoves him out after a big gain. Gain of about 12 yards, 15 yards on second down and short. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Broncos. At this point for Paola, what you're fighting for is pride. You don't want them to get back in this again. And, if you can get a quick stop, there's obviously always a chance for something crazy to happen. It's high school sports, high school football.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you said, it's all about pride now for the Panthers.
Short takes a handoff, hands off to the outside. That play was made finally on the outside by Eli Richmond.
And for the first time in quite a while, the Panthers stifled the run play there. Just a minuscule gain for McKenna there. But like I said, pride needs to set in and say, hey, you're not scoring on us again that easily.
2nd and 8 for Spring Hill. 6:24 left in our ball game as they are milking every second of this clock.
And why wouldn't you? You're up 2 scores. Time's running out on the Panthers. Only a mistake to get the Panthers back in the game.
Handoff on the right side, actually, by number 31. And a touchdown run by number 31, Noah Anderton, as he broke off on the right side, took a couple hits, and got shoved into the end zone. So things go from bad to worse for the Panthers, as it's now going to be a 3-score ball game.
And this game is not, the final score of this game is not going to be indicative of how tight this game has been. It's just Spring Hill has come alive in this fourth quarter against a tired and worn-out Panther defense, and they've taken advantage of it, and the score is much uglier than the game has been.
Panthers down 35-14. We'll be right back after this on Paola Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
We're back here on Paola Sports Live, is getting ready to kick off with the Panthers down 35-14, as it's really just kind of unraveled for the Panthers in this fourth quarter. Jackson back to kick for Spring Hill and the Broncos. Back deep is Inner Meinig for the Panthers. Short, low line drive kick. That's going to be picked up by number 1, J.D. Troutman. Troutman takes the ball. The outside breaks through in the middle. He only has one man to beat. If he can beat the kicker, he can go. The kicker, Jackson, made him turn back inside, but the best return for the Panthers this year by a long ways, as the Panthers are going to have the ball inside the 30-yard line at about the 27. So a little bit of life left in the Panthers here as Troutman gave them something on that kickoff return, something they really haven't had all year.
Absolutely. How about that, Panther fans? There's something to cheer about. Big return by J.D. Troutman, the sophomore, sets up the Panthers in great field position to try to get another score before this game ends, make this game more respectable. Now for the Panther offense, just score here. Just get some pride in you and score.
Panthers are going to take over here. Pitch on the outside to Landon Taylor. Landon Taylor has a crease on the left side, about one of the better creases he's seen in a while. Gain of about 4 or 5 on first down.
And that's that little short pitch to the short side of the field. It's been the most effective run play for the Panthers tonight, and it's off to a good start on this drive. Gain of 4, like you said.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the Bronco 24-yard line. Osborne looking at his wristband there, taking the snap, looking back to pass, and it's going to be, I believe, a false action encroachment. They're lined up off sides. So Panthers get a free 5 yards here as the Broncos were lined up off sides.
That'll work. Now instead of 2nd and medium, now you got 2nd and short.
Second and short.
Anything you want to do here in the playbook.
So 2nd and 2 for the Panthers. As it is 2nd down, even though that marker says 3rd down.
And I'm not sure the down marker guy knows that he flipped it over to a 3 or not.
Handoff on the inside to Landon Taylor as he's tripped up right at the line. He's shoved back then for good measure.
And it looks like they're going to give him enough for the 1st down.
Looks like he got just at the line to gain. And not quite. He's right at it, but they do give it to him. The official was standing right at the sticks there. So 1st down for the Panthers. Good run by Landon Taylor there as he was then drugged down by about 4 Spring Hill Broncos. Osborne back under center. As you can tell that they have gone under center this drive. Back to under center. Back to pass. Looking for the curly curl. Complete on the left side. Nice gain of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's very close to the 1st down, but that's been the most effective pass play right there. A little 9-yard curl to Curley. And now the Panthers are inside the 10 to see if they can get on the board and maybe have a miracle onside kick. You never know what could happen. You just got to score first, though, to get to that opportunity.
4:36 left in our ball game. Osborne back under center. Takes snap, hands off, actually quarterback follow right at the middle. Really nice run play. Probably one of the better run plays we've seen out of Jet in a couple weeks. Gain of about 6 yards on 2nd and short is going to put the ball 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line for the Panthers here.
4 downs to get 4 yards to try to have what little life possible to have some weird stuff happen in high school. But one way or the other, if you're able to score here, that should give you some confidence in yourself moving on to next week.
Maybe finding something in the kickoff return game as well. Handoff to the left side, Landon Taylor. He's just short as the official on that side, the line judge on that side, had him marked down just short of the goal line. So it's going to be 2nd and about inches. Is this probably going to be a Osborne sneak right up the middle, and I don't think he got it.
Don't think so.
Unless it's right there at the very end, but Osborne did not get in. It's going to be 2nd and maybe a couple fingernails as there's not much there as Jet tried to go high on that one, and it was shoved back by the Broncos.
And confusion by the Broncos. They're going to have to take time out.
I think he lost a shoe. One of the Bronco defenders lost a shoe, and we'll take that timeout as well with them. We'll be right back after this on Paola Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're back on Paola Sports Live with the Paola Panthers right inside the 1-yard line. I mean, when the center picks this ball up to snap it, he's probably going to have the nose of the football over the goal line. Unfortunately, that does not count.
Yeah, I know,
so it's 3rd and eyelashes here right at the line. We talked about goal line earlier being big boy football. This is real big boy football.
That's it.
As lowest man, strongest man, biggest man is going to win here.
That's it. like you said, the saying is low man wins.
Two downs to get less than half the length of the football here. Handoff on the outside is going to push through for a Panther touchdown.
It's Landon Taylor.
Landon Taylor on the outside.
The Panthers have a little bit of life now. Now you can get a quick onside kick, maybe put a little bit of pressure on the Broncos. But that's a big-time confidence boost right there on that drive for the Panthers to get back in the end zone.
Crazier things have happened for sure. Pulls the Panthers within 2 scores. Snap is up and the kick is good. So Spring Hill's now up 35-21. Panthers only down 14 points, 2 scores. So a little bit of life left here is, you know, it's going to have to be an onside kick scenario, and when that happens, when the ball starts bouncing, you never know what's going to happen.
That's absolutely. We've seen some crazy bounces in this game. You saw the muff punt by the Broncos early in the game, and a couple times on the kickoff, the ball's bounced around, and Spring Hill's been fortunate to fall on it or go out of bounds. So that oblong-shaped football takes some crazy bounces. It never rolls true. If it does roll true, it's a rare occurrence. So that thing just bounces all over the place. You got to have your hands team out there ready if you're the Broncos. Panthers, as soon as that ball's kicked, just go after it. Just try as hard as you can to go after it and see if you can get back on the ball and give yourself an outside chance of coming back.
As Panthers are still over there deciding exactly what they look like. They may have had to try to find the right tee there, but our presenting sponsor, Go Brawley. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. So Warden here to kick this ball off. Looks like might be a onside kick scenario here. We're going to wait and see, as it was a little squib kick. Nice little kick in territory there, as it was a little dangerous, maybe a little deep. That ball did bounce pretty funky. It was recovered by number 84, Cooper D. Albini for
I think that's the first time
the Broncos.
Since the first quarter.
It's the first time in a while that I've had the opportunity and the pleasure of getting to say Cooper D. Albini's name.
And like I told you before that kick happened, crazy bounces. That ball bounced in the air twice up over the front line of the Broncos. I would like to have seen the kick
just a little deep,
a little bit softer,
little deep. But it was a really nice kick, a good opportunity by the Panthers there in Warden. But the Broncos take the snap here, handoff on the left side to their running back, number 5, McKenna.
The Panthers have just one timeout left, so if they're going to get the football back, it's going to be with very little time. I think the conclusion of this game is pretty much done. You just don't want to see any bad injuries here in this final 3 minutes.
Broncos are going to just waste every second of this clock.
There's no question that the Broncos are going to take this clock down to 1 second or so, up 2 scores. You don't want to do anything crazy and give the Panthers life.
Exactly. Handoff to McKenna again as he's covered that ball with 2 hands. Going to bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and about 3. So good job by the Panthers on those first 2 downs to not give up the first down, give them an opportunity here on 3rd down to get a big stop, call timeout, and then have an opportunity maybe to get the ball back as well.
Now, if you are able to get the stop here, force them to punt, then you're going to bring everybody. Just send the house. See if you can get a blocked punt, and after that, but objective number 1 is to get to that spot. So the Panthers are going to have to get this stop if they're going to get that opportunity.
Spring Hill comes to the line. Quarterback hands off on the outside. He's going to pick up enough. McCann's going to pick up enough for a first down, as there is a
penalty
late flag on the play. I don't know
Hold on a minute
if
here.
it was one of the Spring Hill guys finishing the play or what exactly it was, but there's a late flag. I would assume it would probably be at the conclusion of the play. So,
nope, illegal shift.
Oh, illegal shift.
Bring it back.
So that play is actually going to come back, going to bring him back. So no personal fouls or anything.
The only thing good for Spring Hill on that play is it ran off about 30 seconds. Instead of 1st and 10 and basically icing the game, you give the Panthers another chance to get a stop and then send the house on a punt block.
3rd a long 8 for the Broncos here, with the Panthers still down 14 here, 1:56 left in our ball game. So new life here. Beshore takes the snap, hands off to the left side to McKenna. McKenna's going to be stuffed right up the middle. So a timeout for the Panthers is going to cause Spring Hill to have to punt this ball away. As there's a mistake. They had the opportunity to pick up the first down and basically ice this thing away, but just a mistake on the on the illegal shift is going to that cost the Panthers to have another opportunity to get this ball back.
Absolutely, and of course, like I said, you're going to send all 11 guys after this punt. If you rough the kicker, so be it. It's just the way it is. Of course, Panthers are going to have 2 return men back deep, but everybody else is just going to go for the ball. Just go for the punt block. If you get it, great. If not, well, at least you tried.
2 of their better playmakers deep as well, with J.D. Troutman that just had that long kickoff return, and then Landon Taylor, who we know so far is able to break anything. So hold on to your butts, folks, because who knows what could happen here in our last minute 48 of this ball game.
This game's not officially over yet. The Panthers are out of timeouts, but they don't look like they're in any surge to try to punt block this thing. Spring Hill's is missing a guy out here on the wing back over here.
Miscommunication. They luckily got they had plenty of time. Play clock had not reset yet, so. Looks like the Panthers are coming for it here. Almost blocked. It's going to be a Peter punt, and it's going to roll down and going to be downed inside the 40-yard line, about the 36-yard line. So that's where the Panthers will take over. 1:38 left, needing a big play.
Yeah, you're gonna see nothing but vertical routes here the rest of the day for the Panthers. Maybe you can pop one and give yourself a chance at another onside kick and really put the pressure on the Broncos, but that's wishful thinking right now, but it should certainly be done. This is high school. It's not the pros.
My favorite Madden play of all time, 4 verts, baby. Give me 4 verts right here. I'm running 4 verts on this play with Curley and Troutman and Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller.
They only got 2.
Does not look like that is exactly what's up. They got twin receivers at the top of your screen. Looking back deep. Oh, almost. He had Charlie Zeller open. I don't think Charlie was quite ready for that ball, though, as he put it right on him. Charlie was not quite ready, not quite turn around in his route there. Hit him a little bit early on the break, but no harm, no foul. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Only a couple seconds ran off the clock there, 1:33 left in our ball game.
And no harm, no foul there. Like I said, you would like to have seen that catch made. Probably would have been short of the first down anyway, so it probably saved the Panthers a good 20 seconds.
Back in the shotgun formation, Clayton Younger beside him. As finds Jace Curley over the middle on a slant route. Says they're going to have to hustle up to the line now. First down for the Panthers.
There is a flag on the far side, but I think that flag
fell out of his pocket. I do not believe that it is actually a...
No, there is a flag down.
Oh, maybe there is a flag. I think they maybe...
This might be on the Broncos. Might be a hold.
There's a flag over here. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call pass interference on the Broncos, so that penalty is going to be declined.
That's a break for the Panthers, actually, because now they got to set the change. The Panthers need to be on the ball, ready for the official signal to start the clock.
Yep, clock is going to be stopped, actually, I believe, until start of play here. So 1:27 left here in our ball game. Is right at the line. Panthers need to roll. 1:20. Right at the line here. Osborne takes a snap, hands off right up the middle to Clayton Younger. Going to be a short gain of about 7 yards.
That's an interesting call. You still had an outside chance if you hit a big play, but they run the ball there. Now you're under a minute left. Your options
57 seconds left in our ball game. Landon Taylor and Curley at the bottom of your screen. And the snap goes over Osborne's head, and he trips on the way there. and just more disaster as Spring Hill goes ahead and scores and adds insult to injury. A defensive touchdown, pick up and run by number 24, Porter Jones, as that ball was just snapped right over Jet Osborne's head, and there's nothing he could do about that one. Tried to fall on it and just ankle gave out a little bit on him, so hopefully Jet's okay on that play as Spring Hill kind of adds a doesn't matter score at the end.
Boy, that's unfortunate. That's the first bad snap the Panthers have had all year, and lo and behold, it goes for a touchdown the other way. Football, baby. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Extra point is up and is good. That ball was tipped by the Panthers, but it went ahead and got through. So Spring Hill is up 42-21 with just 40 seconds left in this thing. And outside of probably the kickoff return, I wouldn't expect much from the Panthers, is trying to keep this as limited as possible.
Yeah, no, unless you get a big kick return, your chances of going for a big play now are over with. Just take a knee and get out of town and get ready for Bonner Springs next week. A very winnable game for the Panthers. Maybe they can get some momentum back, but they're on that dreaded losing streak now, 3 in a row. After starting the season 2-1, they've lost 3 straight now. Now they're 2-4 going to Bonner Springs next week.
You know, can't say I'm a Spring Hill Broncos fan at the moment, but they are playing a little Phil Collins in the air tonight, and I can always get behind a little Phil Collins.
Sure.
So if they fast forward to the drum solo real quick, that'd be fantastic, because that's obviously the best part of that song.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good thing they don't have cameras on us up here. We getting really hype.
Woo! Nope, they cut it off.
Between this and Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares, those are 2 of my top songs right there.
It's just frustrating season so far for the Panthers, but there is still a couple games remaining, plus the playoffs. Maybe you can get some momentum going into that. Just a rough night all
Jackson
the way around.
Back deep to kick, and disaster again as Panthers are not able to field that punt and so that kickoff. And so this is just going to be a kneel out, I would think, from Spring Hill to end this ball game.
I would hope it would be a kneel down. No need to pile it on anymore, and you already have. You've taken it to the Panthers in this fourth quarter. I think Spring Hill scored like 21, 28 points just in this quarter. So no need to pile it on. Just take one kneel down and get out of Dodge and move on to next week. 28
points, that is what Spring Hill has put up in this fourth quarter, is 28 points. So just adds a little bit of insult to injury. Is the greatest formation in football, if you are the team that is doing the formation, if you are on the opposite side of it, is not victory formation for the Broncos.
Theirs is a little weird as it's a shotgun snap, but that should do it there.
And I believe that is going to be the last play. That is going to do it for our ball game. So the Panthers, unfortunately, not able to come out with a victory in this one and lose to a good Spring Hill Bronco team, 42-21. We'll be back right after this to break down the game, talk about some scores, and then to talk more about next week's game as well on Paola Sports Live.
Cardinal Glass in Spring Hill is now hiring. Cardinal Glass is a great place to land with immediate openings for production technician starting at $19.01 with a $1 premium for evening hours. Also hiring warehouse and maintenance technicians. Cardinal Glass provides competitive wages and great benefits, including medical, dental, life, health savings, and monthly profit sharing. Call 913-592-6100. Walk-ins are welcome at their facility on North Webster Road in Spring Hill or visit them online at cardinalcorp.com.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back here at the conclusion of this one on Paola Sports Live. It's a disappointing game for the Panthers as they lose 42-21, and just not enough at the end there. Defense was on the field way too much in the second half, and it just didn't quite have enough in the second half to pull this out as Spring Hill scored 28 points in the fourth quarter. They go into the fourth quarter down 14-7. Spring Hill scores 28 in the fourth quarter to just really put this thing completely out of reach. The game was a lot closer than that, though. It was not should not have been a 21-point game. Panthers had a lot of fight, a lot of heart, showed a lot of effort in this one, but just not quite there. Just the not being able to quite make the play that they need to be able to get out of here with the victory.
Yeah, it's just the youth and inexperience for the Panthers, and they'll learn from this as they finish out the season here, going into next season, hopefully with higher expectations. But it's just they're right there in most of these games, and then they just falter in the fourth quarter. You saw it happen tonight. It was 14-7 at the end of the third quarter. The score ended up being 42-21. It was 28-14 Spring Hill in that fourth quarter. It's just the youth and inexperience, and the Panthers were eventually going to have to go through this. You just don't happen very often when you're the fifth winningest program in Kansas 4A history. These type of seasons don't happen very often, but unfortunately the Panthers are having one right now. It's sitting at 2-4, but you got a winnable game next week on the road at Bonner. We'll preview that as we go through the post game here. Hopefully that gets them a little bit confidence built up, gets another win on the board, but this one's going to hurt. Three games in a row where you think you were right there and had a chance to win, and it just falls apart in the second half.
One play here or there could really make the difference in really this entire three-game stretch. But we'll talk more about that game next to Bonner in our third break. But we'll give you some scores from around the Frontier League and around Kansas right after this break. We'll be back after this with Paola Sports Live.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Back on Paola Sports Live. We're going to go ahead and go around the Frontier League and around the state of Kansas a little bit with some scores this evening. So in the Frontier League, Lewisburg, we gave you that score, them up 28-0 in the first half of that one. The final on that was 49-0 Lewisburg. So not much of a fight for Tonganoxie. I think that Lewisburg defense really suffocated that game and ended that one pretty harmlessly. Baldwin came out with a victory, 42-14. I believe that's Baldwin's second win of the year.
Third win of
the year actually for Baldwin. My mistake on that one. DeSoto, good DeSoto team in 5A beats Kansas City Piper 24-0. Eudora goes and that game was actually at Eudora. Kitchie Schlegel comes down to Eudora and gets beat 55-7. Colgan, St. Mary's Colgan beat Columbus 36-7 tonight. Girard put a whooping on Iola over at Iola, so that game was 47-0 in that one. Probably one of the better games of the night was the Galena Parsons game. Maybe not if you like offense, but definitely if you like defense between those two teams, as it was just 1 point that separated them, with Galena pulling that one out 14-13. And then one of the games that I've wanted to keep my eye on for most of the night was the Derby Mays game, and that one has kind of been a shootout with Derby up 51-42. Still 8:24 left in that game, and with the athletes that are on both those teams, I bet there's probably a couple more scores left in that one for sure.
You got the number one and the number two number one player and the number two player in the whole state of Kansas playing in that game.
Yep, definitely a lot of athletes in that one. And then there was the score as well, the Manhattan Junction City, another tight game between two good teams in 6A that I kind of expected to be tight. It was not. Manhattan dominated in that one 44-7. So Manhattan has proven themselves to be the team to beat in 6A this year. So just that's kind of a look around not just the Frontier League but around the state of Kansas as well. And we will be back right after this break to break down the Panthers' next game against Bonner Springs, as well as talk about the next time that you can catch us here on Paola Sports Live. So we'll be back right after this break.
Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Community Pharmacy Redefined. That's Vose Pharmacy in Lewisburg. Kevin Vose and his staff are redefining the expectations of a community pharmacy by providing customers with the most comprehensive and innovative prescription and wellness plans available, with a great selection and understanding of the latest treatments, including a wide range of Cannabis Naturals CBD products. Let Vose Pharmacy meet your family's prescription needs quickly and accurately. Vose Pharmacy, locally owned and operated. Call 913-837-3784 or visit vosepharmacy.com.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back one final time tonight on Paola Sports Live. We've got a couple more scores for you that we found out for us, and especially that are important to the Panthers for next week. So Ottawa, Bonner Springs game tonight. That was Ottawa's down 7 at halftime in that one. Came back to pull it out and win 35-28. So that will be important for next week's matchup with Bonner Springs and Paola both on 3-game losing streaks here. And actually, I think Bonner Springs on a 4-game losing streak. But two teams coming in with losing streaks into that one. So that will be important for next week. Another score from around the state, and kind of a shocker for me anyways, is the way I believe. I don't know if you can call any time that these two teams meet either outcome a shocker, but St. Thomas Aquinas pulls out the upset on number 1 4A Bishop Miege 29-26. Bishop Miege actually had a lead 20-0 in that game, and St. Thomas Aquinas stormed all the way back. That game also at Bishop Miege. Not that it's very far from St. Thomas Aquinas, but to know that they did it on their home field is something for sure. So we are back live with you for volleyball action on Thursday evening at home against Fort Scott. So we have that game. We have that game for you. That's the next time you'll be able to catch Caleb and I live, and then we will be live, obviously, for the Bonner Springs game next Friday night as well. And that's going to do it for us this evening with the Spring Hill Broncos coming out victorious, 42-21. I hope everybody has a great evening, and a great rest of your weekend as well.
Absolutely. It's been a rough season for the Panthers, but it's not over yet. Got a winnable game next week at Bonner Springs. You take care, buddy. Have a good weekend. Good night.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawly. It just works. Learn more at GoBrawly.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.